Do you also have stupid things like this that you picked up from seeing them on TV or something like that? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hello,
it's
Honest
an
Psycho.
everyday greeting.
Hello, Dark Lord. Hello. I never learned how to pronounce it because I never watched the anime, and I know I still have to.
That's from an anime.
Gurren Lagann? Is there a shorter version of that?
Which anime is it from?
That's the name of the anime.
Oh.
Wait,
then
it's actually longer.
Don't know it. Regardless, hi, welcome in.
It is... One sec.
Gurren Lagann.
It is... Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Thank you very much. The heaven-piercing Gurren Lagann. Apparently, it is amazing. I think it's done by the same studio that also did...
Can recommend. Okay.
Here, that show, it's about this girl and she has...
Thing
Listen to me, you can figure it out.
Yeah, okay, I can figure it out.
Studio Trigger, thank you. Anyway, thank you, first of all, but...
With this girl,
it's that show, it was super popular for a while. It's about that girl and she gets this like... this possessed sword, I think, and when she turns into this like magical girl person, with this like super skimpy outfit. Kill la Kill, thank you. That's what it was. The nudist anime.
Excuse me, but there are a lot of...
You just also described like 30% of anime, I want to say. Not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, there's something for everybody, but yes. Hello, everybody.
I never watched Kill la Kill. I wasn't a big fan of the art style, honestly.
But you know what we've watched from Studio Trigger that I really enjoyed?
What?
BNA.
Oh, is that also from...
That's Studio Trigger.
Oh, yeah. I see, that wasn't
They
bad.
also did the Cyberpunk 2077 anime that we still need to watch.
I'm not sure if I'm really interested in it. I kinda am, but also like not. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
If you put it on, I'll watch it. Probably.
Promare doesn't ring a bell.
Also doesn't ring a bell.
But I am pro mares and I am pro studs. Horses are cool.
Skinner.
Congratulations
being first,
on being first.
all
and
the way
second.
from Spain.
And let me guess, third as well, just to spite yourself.
How are you How are you enjoying your vacation?
How is everything? There's the third. What? Couldn't you do it a moment earlier to make it look timed? I will totally not edit this in post. I wouldn't know how to. Can confirm Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is dope AF. Had to drop that before I got ready to head out. Very thank you.
Where are you going?
Very sweet. Thank you very much.
What's the plan for tonight?
They ain't seen Promare, the premiere anime about firefighting. I am watching with Tifa and Skinner Fire Force. Isn't that the premiere anime about fighting fires nowadays?
That's kind of a new-ish anime. I mean, Fire Force isn't that old. It's having like a...
Nice. Why not?
Go get all of the sun. The view of the pictures you shared in Discord looks super nice.
Okay, I also want to watch... How do you pronounce that? Promare?
Ooh, I like the look of that.
That's Studio Trigger.
It reminds me a bit of
opened
No
the
Game,
Wikipedia
No Life.
page.
Like
yeah, it's
color-wise that are coming at you.
It's super colorful. I like it.
Oh, I totally watched that.
Yes, thank you very much. Just like Promare. Okay, thank you. Now I know.
Gonna bounce, enjoy the stream. Thank you for dropping by, Skinner. Enjoy the rest of your vacation.
Do.
Go
Please
tan
do.
some for me as well, because I never do. You can tell by... Does this even pick up the color difference?
The farmer tan. With you more than with me, I think.
Wait, this is the wrong arm to show, because there's an obvious line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, the line is like here.
Yeah, kind of.
It's hopefully visible to you.
My legs are like milk cans.
Fire Force is dope, but it gets very trippy.
Yeah, I fully get that, yeah.
Without spoilers, yes. Yes. It does.
Might also check that out. I liked the cover art.
Promare is a film. Okay. Let's watch that at some point. I want to see it.
I mean, the watch list is only like
Infinite.
500 shows long.
A backlog exists to be ever growing.
That reminds me. Now that we're talking
That
about
reminds
anime,
me.
anyway.
Hello, mommy.
Mommy,
Me when
happy.
egg.
What is it today anyway?
It's
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's
Oh.
Tuesday, isn't it?
I really thought it was Thursday today. Like Jack was like, "Oh, we gotta get ready." I'm like, "What? We're not streaming. Leave me on the couch like a potato." And it's like,
Tuesday even, exactly.
it's not.
Tomorrow is
Thursday.
Virtue's last rewardness day. I remember saying these things, and they still don't roll off the tongue. What is this shirt with a little monkey and a large pine cone? Tifa, what is it?
There's an owl on there.
Yeah, we never really figured out. Like,
I have no
I think
clue
it's
what it
easier
is.
to see if we are if she is farther away from the camera. Go backwards.
Fine. But now that we're talking about anime, I have my microphone on the desk today.
Yeah, she doesn't have pockets in these pants. Yeah, it's an owl with
something.
Is it a
I think
pineapple that is
pine
round?
cone.
Is it a pine cone?
I think it's a pine cone.
Is it an armadillo hanging off of a tree? Nobody knows.
Who knows?
It is whatever you want it to be. It's a Funya Rinpa.
Now, talking about anime, I don't even know if I talked about this before on stream, traumatizing my colleague's daughter.
No, you haven't.
In
It's
that
not
case,
as bad as it sounds, if you ask me.
Like I already just
Disclaimer.
said, I managed to somehow traumatize, like
The entire
literally
family.
traumatize the entire family too, but the daughter of one of my colleagues. Like, his daughter is now 16 and started watching anime.
You suck at stories. So, the other day...
No, this is
Tifa's
my story.
colleague
You don't
came
get to say
her.
it. No. Started watching anime, 16. She's watched like Death Note and some of the other like bigger things. And my colleague was like, "Hey, you watch this
Starter
stuff." Is that the starter kit nowadays?
I mean, Death
Yeah,
Note is
kinda.
one of the more mainstream intros to anime and manga, I think.
A tiny bit. And then he was like, "Oh, you watch this stuff too, right? What shall I tell her to watch? Or
And
what shall I
Tifa, of
get
course,
her?"
went...
And I was thinking of some stuff to like recommend to her, and then I was like, you know what I would really enjoy now?
Now, before that, your colleague comes to you and goes like, "Hey, my daughter's into anime and she just started watching this kind of stuff and she wants recommendations." And I
I
remember
did
you
ask
liking
how
this kind of
old
stuff.
she was. 16 seemed like a good age.
And 16. And now think of all the anime you watched, or think of all the anime you heard of that people who are just getting into anime would maybe like. I know you could go with safe things like One Piece.
This
or
was a safe.
Naruto.
This wasn't.
You know,
no, I'm not gonna recommend
Bleach.
that. I'm not gonna recommend episodes
Like
that are like
completely
600
non-offensive things. You could have said Pokemon for all I care. But
This is not offensive. And the moment you hear it, you'll agree with me. So I was thinking, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stick a bit more mainstream because I don't know her full interest yet. And something I really enjoyed was Food Wars,
Shokugeki no Soma.
which is pretty okay if you ask me. And I really enjoy watching it, even now.
I like it, yeah.
So he was like, okay, great. What's it about? I tell him. He's like, okay, sounds
Tifa
fun.
goes,
I'm gonna get it for her.
It's about this guy who goes to culinary school. It's about cooking. Which is not untrue.
It's not wrong.
That's not untrue. I mean, that's the part of a plot that gets the story going, right?
And then I was like a week later, he comes to me, he's like, "Why do you make my daughter watch porn?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then she's like, "I made her watch
I
the
told
show
her.
you recommended."
Yeah. I made her
told
watch
her-
something. You watch.
Yeah, he
Food Wars,
actually
no.
bought the thingies for her. Let her watch her. And then he was like, she came running to me. He's like, Dad,
No.
there's tentacle porn in this. And I'm like,
You said she was shrieking. As in,
I kind of just shrieked saying that. And I'm like, oh yeah, that first episode has a rather graphic tentacle thing. And he's like, so I'm now having my daughter watch porn. I now need to explain to my wife why I let my daughter watch this. I'm like Googling, I'm like, this is safe for children fan service. That's what it says online. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I'm gonna send it to my wife. Oh. You didn't come to me for recommendations again after that.
And I don't blame him.
I actually asked him yesterday if his daughter did finish it. I mean, if you're 16,
Did he just like shut down and leave when you asked?
He's like, he said he doesn't know.
That he's trying to get out of a conversation, which is very, very nice of him. Before he
like,
tells you ruined my marriage.
But like, Food Wars is not that bad, especially if you're 16, right? We can agree with that.
I would say the average teenager has seen things that are more graphic than that.
Like back when I started watching anime when I was like 11.
There are people who grew up really, like, I want to say innocent and sheltered, I guess. I don't want to say naive because that might sound negative. But there are some people that haven't experienced or have had an interest in that part of life.
Yeah,
that's
obviously.
perfectly fine.
And then I also had to explain what fan service was,
Yeah.
which was an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
But like back when I was like 11 and I started watching anime, the starter kit was like Elfenlied and all kind of weird
Isn't
hentai
Elfenlied
stuff.
like 50% nudity and 50% gore? I never watched it. I saw one GIF. I will give you that. I saw one of that where I don't know if this is a spoiler, but it looks like just every character that is on screen dies very gruesomely, and I was like, no, I don't need that. Talking about
one
like
episode and stopped watching.
anime that was like too gory for me. I hate Akira, the movie. I remember everybody like hyping it up, like it came out way ages ago. It's like, oh, this is one of the greatest movies of all time. And then at some point I was like in a store and they had this like special edition on sale. I was like, might as well go for it. Why not? I watch it. I turn it off like 80% through the movie. I do not deal well with like body horror and stuff. Is it a spoiler at this point? Akira has been out like for like what, 30, 40 years? It's from the 80s? I don't know. Never touch it again. Never gave it another chance.
It's like saying Higurashi is about life in a small village. I do kind of agree, but honestly, I forgot that especially in the beginning, they can be a bit more...
Not just in the beginning, the entirety of Food Wars
It mellows down. It mellows down.
I mean, let's be fair though. Have you ever had food or something to drink and you felt like, oh my god, this is the best moment of my life? How do you portray that visually in an anime? I think the way they're doing it is clearly fan service. I mean, yes, but it kind of makes sense if you ask me. There is something very satisfying to having good food and good drinks.
I mean, that's why foodgasms are a thing.
Yeah, that's why the term exists, I would say. It's as bad as the time I tried watching the second Ranma half film, which starts with Ranma being topless for almost an entire few seconds. With my family! Did you explain to them that it's perfectly cool because Ranma doesn't really care? Because, I mean, technically he's a boy and he only turns into a girl when he touches cold water. So he doesn't really, like, realize the whole, oh, I'm showing off parts of me that are not...
That's not really the thingy though. Like, you can watch a sex scene in a movie with your family and then you go like, oh, it's not that bad because they're obviously enjoying it and don't mind. It's like the whole uncomfortable bit of watching it.
I know, Tifa, that was what I was going for, to make it even more awkward by trying to explain it.
It's not working. It's not working.
It worked for me. You are the first person that I'm meeting that has also watched the Ranma half movies. Which one were they? Something with Nihao. Wait. I have both of them somewhere on a DVD. I love Ranma half. Ranma half was my first anime and very first manga series that I bought.
That's finished, right? That show?
Yeah. It's been
a while ago.
Which one was first? Big Trouble in Nekonron, China, or The Battle of Togenkyo Rescue the Brides? I think the second one. Nihao My Concubine.
I haven't watched any of them, so I can't say at all.
I just googled it. I don't know what names they normally go with. I remember watching it. And well, OVAs. I need to watch Ranma again. It's such a shame that the anime is not as long as the manga. But
that isn't necessarily a shame, though.
Yeah, but if I'm the kind of person, like if I watch an anime based on the manga that I like, I'm in the camp where I want to see all of the story from the manga.
It's also hard to keep something that's so long good all the time. There's only 2 longer animes that I enjoyed every single episode.
The Simpsons.
D. Grayman. Which never ever...
I hate D. Grayman. I cannot do D.
Grayman
No.
is absolutely amazing.
Every single episode of D. Grayman makes me need therapy.
Excuse me. Like, I feel like crying. D.
Yes,
Grayman,
so do I, and it's not good.
and it's an absolute crime against humanity that never really got an ending. And Hunter x Hunter.
That I haven't watched.
I didn't think I would like it, but it was one of the best things I've ever seen, honestly. I enjoyed every single episode.
O-Parts Hunter to get by on? What is O-Parts Hunter?
Hunter.
It's
Sabe,
a manga series.
Happy Tuesday.
Pilot Sabbath. What she said. I've never heard of that. Known as 666 Satan in Japan. A manga
It
from
looks familiar.
2001 to 2007. Well, cannot say that I've seen it. But I will look it up later.
Same.
Did I hear Hunter x Hunter? Yes, you did. We were just
Yes, you
talking
did.
about anime.
Just remember it being unpopular and existing. But do you remember it being good?
According to Wikipedia, it still ran for 6 years, so it can't have been that unpopular.
No, that's not bad.
I mean, I feel like with popular, a lot of things that have like really blown up kind of skew the scale. Like if you compare movies nowadays to like the Marvel movies, I would imagine basically every movie ever released so far is not as popular. You know, they didn't make $1 billion or $2 billion or whatever in the box office. So where's the scale? I never know these things. Apparently the X is silent. So H? Okay.
Hunter. I'll probably keep the X
Hunter
in.
by Hunter? Okay.
That makes sense.
It's pronounced Hunter. But why did they put an X in there? Like, I'll take it. I will try to remember this. But if you put a letter there, I feel the need to read it out.
I'll probably keep the X in. Because I'm used to it, but good to know. Also,
Hello,
Snowy, happy Tuesday.
And the favorite letter is silent. Mwah. I get that joke. And I enjoy it very much. Thank you.
And thank you.
Everybody loves your shirt. As they should.
Same.
It has an owl.
It's starting to wash out, honestly.
You've had this shirt for how long? 5-6 years?
Something along that line, if anything.
If I wanted a show with an X, I'd watch my favorite letter is X. Exactly. I'd watch a surprisingly unsexual. Here's the next thing. How is it supposed to be pronounced? Is it lowercase xxx holic? In my head, before I knew what it was, I always read it as sex holic. Oh, it's just holic. Okay. Why do they put the X's there? Like, it confuses
It's a
me.
censor.
But why?
I don't know.
When did humanity
I just pronounce it.
decide to have like letters but are not pronounced? What is this, French?
You're not cool enough to understand.
I guess. For one I thought it was a pineapple and a minion. Tifa, would you kindly roll back again to give people the full view?
Funnily enough, we had that discussion a tiny bit earlier as well. It's an owl and what we think is a pine cone.
It's a hybrid between a ball, a pine cone, and a pineapple and an armadillo holding on to this branch.
I think it's supposed to be a pine cone.
I like the armadillo idea.
And there's some like leaves at the bottom.
It's wonderful.
I'll take it.
Very sweet.
I'll take it. Thank you.
The best option I've seen is that Yoko is either drinking or a lot or moderate sexy.
Can we combine
Oh,
both?
about holic? Why is it just Holic?
Just accept it. Accept it. Kinda Moon? I'll take it as well. I mean...
I also never read or watched that, so I need to get into it too. I'm just opening all the tabs now with like manga and anime that I need to check out at some point.
Trust me, we have it's also Happy Tuesday, Ringo. How are you doing?
Hello there.
You keep putting stuff like on your tab thingy. I also have a list on like my anime list. I started keeping up with that like years ago because it makes it easier to like have it all in one bit if you never heard of it. And I think I have like 400 things on the plan to watch, and every time...
Talking about backlogs never getting any smaller.
Everyone understands what anime just keeps growing. Like, you see what comes out this coming season and you just put everything on your list.
I've played about 10% of my Steam library. I do know what that feels like.
But I actually want to watch these things. And then every time I'm like, I'm gonna start watching this. Then Jack goes, oh, but I want to watch that too. But I don't feel like it right now, so let's watch it later.
The stuff that is on your watch list, especially after you made me watch some stuff with you, like a bunch of episodes of The Grey Man, I need to be in the right mood for.
You are never in the right mood for these things.
Do you all
like it's
understand
once every
what I'm
3
saying?
years.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you have the ability to just randomly go, I am totally fine with watching a show that is emotionally gonna mess me up good and give me a cry so hard I'm gonna have a migraine the rest of the day. But you do that every day? I can't do that.
And then
I cannot do that.
Finally, after like 5 years, he's finally in the mood. And then after one episode, he goes like, I've had enough. Let's watch more in the weekend. And it's like, we take half a year to watch 12 episodes.
There is only so much of that I can take. And you have two options. Either you respect that, which she does. She complains about it, which is fair. I fully get it. It's fair. But she does respect that. Or if you were not to, I'm pretty sure I would need therapy. Because I could not cope. Like, there's only so much emotional damage I can take in a period of time. And like, I respect when people, like you're all saying, I like those shows, I watch that on purpose. I'm happy to know that there are people that do that and that can just like process all of this. I don't. It took me a whole like 3 or 4-ish weeks to recover from the end of Amori.
It's the same with everything, by the way, not just anime. What's that new Tom Hanks movie that I started watching?
It's not new, and it's called A Man Named Otto.
A Man Named Otto, which is kind of a sad-ish movie. I wanted to watch it when it came on Netflix. And Jack's like, oh, I want to watch that with you, so don't watch it. And then weeks later...
I was dumb and I didn't read the little blurb. I was thinking, oh, it's a Tom Hanks movie. Those are usually at least good, you know, they're solid.
Weeks later I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch this, and if you are ever in the mood to watch it, I'll just rewatch it with you. And now we're like halfway through the movie when Jack was like, oh no, I've had enough of this sadness, let's watch later. And now it's been like a month and we're still halfway through the movie.
We're like 40 minutes into the movie and I can't bring myself to continue watching.
But you also don't let me continue watching, Tifa, because then it's like, oh, I want to watch along.
Tifa, finish the movie by yourself, please. There you go.
I'm gonna complain about this more often on stream so that I can finally finish shows.
How about I will try to get better at telling you, hey, just watch it by yourself.
I don't even mind rewatching things.
Which movie? A Man Called Otto, or A Man Named Otto.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Also, Death Parade was pretty good.
I remember watching that with her and...
You weren't a fan, I believe.
No, obviously. That should tell you enough about it. You really played Amori if you're not traumatized for a month? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if you play through all of Amori and it just does nothing to you, then... What was the other show? The Grey Man. Exactly, so The Grey Man. Yeah. Apparently the manga is even better. I
actually still need to finish the manga.
Remake of a Swedish movie, exactly. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that one is it.
Also,
But I'm also much easier of just like watching it, crying my eyes out, and then move on to the next thing that will make me cry.
Yeah, then for the rest of the day you'd look like you had a huge fight and you have a headache, and I find that annoying.
I mean, you can't even cry. You
Not
can't
that
even
you
tell
look
that
like
I've
this,
been
but the
crying
fact
half
that-
an hour before we went live.
I could tell, I even talked to you about this.
Yeah, but
before
like
this.
not now.
I don't like the idea of you going through your day with a headache.
I mean, I always cry myself a headache.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
And if it's really good, I'll cry myself a migraine.
As I was trying to say, Sabes quickly searched for it and why they put the X there. Apparently it's supposed to be the multiplication symbol, and that's why it's not pronounced. It's so strange that even a voice actor in the show says the name with X. See? Also, then it shouldn't be... Oh wait, that's why you can also read it as Hunter by Hunter. Or Hunter times Hunter. Also, is XXX holic then times holic? I'm just asking questions. See if you people come up with better names for your stuff. It is less confusing. I don't need to think about this.
There are some scenes that can get to me, but it's usually pretty rare.
It's super easy for me. Yeah, everything.
Like every single Disney movie, I can watch The Lion King 100 times.
Like I start
and I cry
getting
before things happen.
teared up when there's a display of friendship. Like anything
But that can be touching.
Yes, I'm not saying it like I'm feeling ashamed for it. I'm just saying where my bar is. Like anything that is remotely emotional can make me just bawl my eyes out. And I'm not sad about that, but there are days where I'd rather not cry for 45 minutes straight. You know? Sometimes I just need to do stuff where I need to be able to look and focus. If I sit there like, I watched this amazing movie, I'm so recovering. Like, that's fine, but it impedes my ability to do other things.
Well...
Do you remember how long it took me to recover from Your Name?
That is, funnily enough, Your Name I didn't cry with at all. Like, it was touching.
Tifa said that at the end of Your Name and she was like slightly teary-eyed. I broke down. I think it took me like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
I was
thought it was a bit
shaken
much
to
for
the
that
core.
movie for some reason.
It touched me.
I mean, yeah, that is fair.
I explained every single thing to you at the end, like why it did. Going into this in detail will now roughly take me 10 hours if I do it while streaming, so I won't. But I can recommend Your Name if you want to feel feels.
It's a good movie.
I wish I had watched Your Name before I got spoiled by the memes. I didn't get spoiled. Like, I knew roughly what it was gonna be about, and like that becomes apparent when you actually get into the movie proper, so I thankfully didn't have it spoiled. But even if it had been spoiled to me, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it would have had less impact.
Usually with these sort of things, it doesn't matter if I got spoiled.
Yeah.
Like, I already know in any Disney movie, some parent is gonna die.
Yeah, but with Disney it's easy. If it's a Disney... I'm sorry, but if it's a Disney movie and there's a character and they have parents, I already know they're gonna die.
I'll still cry my eyes out. Like it's in Moana. You already know the grandmother is gonna pass away, and even 10 minutes before that happens, I'm already bawling my eyes out because I know it's going to happen.
Yeah, because they play the music, they give you the scene to get you attached, and then they go yoink at your heart. It makes sense.
Oh, I'm gonna look up this movie.
Another movie I cry to is Makir, When the Promised Flower Bloom. That sounds like it's gonna make me cry. What was the other one that was really sweet and touching?
I forgot the name, but there was
with
one.
A deaf girl.
Yeah, I forgot the name of that one.
Deaf girl anime.
A silent voice.
Yes.
Seen a yeah, that was it.
That was
that
so
one was
sweet.
Also really touching.
That one also hit me in the feels.
I'm usually not much of anime movies though.
You're not much? What?
I'm not much into movies. Like, I can enjoy a couple, but they never feel as
Yeah, usually
or a
watch
lot
series.
of them. Yeah, a lot of them don't feel as complete to me as it could.
Yeah,
I know, hard to explain. I also watch all the wrong movies. But there's a few gems in there
She
that I
recommends
really
all
enjoy.
the wrong movies, clearly.
But some of them I'm not a big fan.
Tifa, you know what I'm also not a big fan of? Usually makes me feel some kind of emotion.
Matanard returning!
Hello to you. Happy Tuesday. How are you doing, Motonat?
Everything he said, how have you been?
But I
How's
was gonna
Grandpa?
say your recaps.
Recaps.
You came in at the best moment. Wow, rude. I love to have you. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying...
I just want to say only he was rude.
How was I rude? I said your recaps make me feel things, usually anger. I mean, I didn't say the last part, but I think it was clear.
Okay,
She's
fine.
stalling.
Recap. It's
Tuesday?
not that complicated this time, actually. The last time we played Virtue's Last Reward at My Favorite Letter is X, we got another bad ending. Hey, I wasn't...
Talking about bad endings, the root was for Tifa deflecting the insult to me instead of her... Thank you.
I was not deflecting anything. I was saying it was nice to have
Thank you for putting her in her place. Thank you for seeing through the bullshit she was attempting to pull. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, recap. We got another bad ending.
Yeah, yes. We did like the middle route, not that it says anything right now. We were in the Ambidex room.
All of the middle flow.
With Clover against Fi. Oh, not against Fi, against... we were against Clover, but I forgot with whom. Who were we in the room with? Alice. Or we were supposed to be there with Alice. Who's that?
We had been in the pantry with Clover and Alice.
Oh yeah, Alice is dead, so we were the only ones voting against Clover.
We voted Ally this time.
Voted Ally, which means that Fi and Dio escaped by themselves, while we were left behind with Clover because we did the right thing and we promised we would stay with her, so we doomed all of us. So that was the bad ending, where Quark was also still missing. Still don't know what happened to Quark.
No answers. None. It's just, oh, Quark is still missing. And it's like, okay.
We expected that.
Cool. I didn't want answers anyway. It's fine.
So bad ending where just Fi and Dio escaped. Then we jumped back all the way back to the start again. So that we can finish the left side of the branch, which we will show in a moment. This time we went into a room with Alice.
The recreational room.
With Alice and Kay.
Kay.
With
the
Alice
fact
and
that
Kay.
you forgot that Kay was there out of all people.
Yeah, but now I remember.
Is honestly hurtful.
I said Kay before you. With Alice and Kay, and we went to the rec room, which was super adorable. It was kind of a fun room. We had some very touching moments with Kay, which means this stream is absolutely gonna suck.
Because Kay is something is gonna happen with Kay. It has to. Like,
because I don't want to betray Kay.
So here's the thing.
I missed the Kay incident. Yes, that was
so
2 days ago.
In the recreational room, for those of you that don't know and didn't do the Tifa thing, where it's just watch the last mod. In the recreational room, there was this coin-operated ride of a Zero Junior
of the bunny.
And Kay did actually ride it, and it was
and
adorable.
Then we made a
we
picture
got a photo
of
it with a clue at the back. That doesn't matter. It was adorable. And it was cute, and Alice and Sigma are haters.
Yes,
they tried to shame Kay for having fun. Bitches.
And I was like, wee! It was absolutely adorable.
Yes.
Which makes this even harder.
Which, however, makes me think either, like, storytelling wise, I don't think you would give Kay so much time in the spotlight if there wouldn't be some payoff. So I don't know if he's gonna turn out to be like some important character underneath, like maybe he is a clone of Left or whatever. Or maybe he's gonna be a killer or something. There's gonna be something.
I mean, it could be, but in every bit, a character has some sort of moment.
Yeah, but
You can't.
the only other time a character was actually like given the importance of appearing in a photograph was in the Tenmyuji ending.
That's what you mean.
With June. So I'm saying you have this whole thing that is about them, and yes, with Kay the picture was the apex of the whole like scene about yay, I'm on the ride, it's cute.
I'm not sure if the photograph is still gonna mean anything later on, but...
It should. If it's not in the inventory after we've left the room, I'm gonna boycott Sigma.
It's a nice wallpaper.
Yes. I can try to find the actual picture for you to put as a wallpaper.
Oh, that will be cute.
Anyway, we finished the rec room and we are in warehouse B.
Yeah.
And that's when we stopped.
We literally saved after we left the room, because we took a moment to finish the room, and I was late.
That is correct. Are you ready, Tifa?
That was a fun room, actually. It made sense.
Let's do it again. Now we know the solutions too.
It made sense for once.
Give me that.
Oh, here.
It's a broken hairband to fidget around with. Stuff is set up.
Give me the most.
There we go. Let's see what we're gonna do today.
Can we skip? Oh, we can't skip this because they're all new lines.
This is all new.
Oh.
What is this place? A warehouse?
Look over there.
Hey, I didn't mean to put it on.
Then why did you do it?
I just wanted to see if it could be skippable.
You are very skippable. You are in a skippable mood, my dear. These doors are white.
Shall we have a look then?
Might as well.
Hey, these doors are white, like my blood. These chromatic doors too.
They're all the same, though.
Well, this one's locked.
This one won't open either.
I mean, it kinda says it.
I like how it just zooms in slightly and just tries again. I knew I'd miss the cave and I was there and I am still missing it.
It was so cute.
No luck here.
It looks like they have the same locking mechanism as the other chromatic doors.
So these will be the next doors to open. We should go let the others know.
Right.
Alice and I turned to go, but Kay stayed put. Is something wrong?
No. I just feel as if I've seen this warehouse before.
You don't say, Kay. Elaborate.
I kind of feel the same, like at least 6, 7 times I would say.
I feel like we've spent tremendous amounts of time here for absolutely no good reason. I run around with Bunny again. I feel that.
They have enough time to go back and write it.
It would be so cute if in this part of a flow, every time the group splits up to like investigate, he actually goes back to the rec room and just keeps throwing in coins and goes like, wee. That would be adorable.
I mean, gotta do something.
It's pretty reminiscent of the last warehouse. Yeah, that too. Wait, you've been here before.
I don't know. Perhaps I haven't been here. Only somewhere very similar.
Yeah, like...
Or a warehouse?
Yeah.
Like the other one?
That.
Perhaps.
An Ambidex gate
Dio!
opened.
Also, do you think you can also hear
oh.
this message in the actual puzzle rooms or in the actual escape rooms?
Yeah, everywhere. Tifa forgot one thing during the recap.
What?
Right before everybody split up to enter the escape room puzzle things, Quark had a
true.
breakdown where he went like, oh my god, we're all gonna die in here.
Yeah, true.
I'm guessing it's the Radical 6 kicking in, and the reaction was for Tenmyuji to go, I'm gonna pick up the kid, somebody come with me, we're just gonna go.
No, we had to decide.
Yeah, but Tenmyuji was like, I'm gonna pick the kid up and we're just gonna be a team
No.
and we're just gonna go wherever.
But they were already a team.
Yes. So let's find out what this state of Quark is going to be.
True.
Everybody
Probably
hates Dio.
fainted.
He's gonna open that door too early. He always does.
Hey, this is his first time. What are you guys talking about?
I wish I could erase that part from my memory too, so that every time I could be the same level of annoyed at this and not more and more annoyed every single time.
Well, you know it's coming.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it better.
5 minutes.
What the hell?
Someone else must have opened one of the AB gates.
Before we got back?
I imagine they don't care what happens to the rest of us. That would be the most logical explanation.
You'd be 100% correct.
Yeah, we do know that part. Us dying is kind of part of the whole plan, actually.
In any event, we should return quickly.
I like how all of reaction was like,
I mean, you can't argue with it.
go. Yeah, let's get going, guys.
Boop.
Off we are.
And running back. Now we run into some others. No, maybe not.
I will never not try to skip these cutscenes.
I'm also not sure why we have to keep going through these hallways every single time.
Do you think they show you this because like there's a visual clue we're just not picking up on?
I don't think so.
Like, I kind of think there might be.
I think it's more to show like where exactly everything is on the map, to like ingrain that into you.
Possibly. The developers worked really hard on that animation, Tifa. Exactly. Like, honestly, that's a good point too.
I
mean,
shall watch it.
If your team worked on something really hard, you do want the players to see it.
I mean, we're kind of the same now. I mean, look at our stream intro and stuff.
I just needed something to play for people while we're getting ready. But yes, I mean, I wouldn't have made it if I didn't want you to see it.
It comes down to the same thing.
Where's Tenmuji's team? Oh, they're not back yet.
Nope.
And nope.
We were the first. Then wait a little longer before you open the AB gate. It wasn't us. I tried to stop him, but...
Come on, it's not like when we open the door really affects the matches, right? It's cool.
No, it's not cool.
Your team returned quite early, Dio.
What if we took really long at figuring out the dart game?
Then everybody might get penalized.
Did your investigation go smoothly?
I guess.
Which room did you guys go to?
The treatment center.
Okay, been there. Treatment center. How is that different from the infirmary?
There were these pod things. Look, just go see for yourself, alright? I don't feel like explaining it.
I mean, there's enough time.
Seeing this
You
through,
took something from the treatment center, didn't you?
seeing this through the perspective of somebody who has seen the Dio ending, everything just like hits slightly different. Yeah, whatever, just check it out yourself. I want to kill you anyway.
It doesn't hit different if you ask me.
No, but
It's still the same douchey.
his assholishness in like these little moments just comes to shine even more to me.
I mean,
Like
fair,
he's
but-
always been a dick, but now I know it's like, it's not that I'm indifferent to you not knowing, it's that I don't care, because in my ultimate like utopia of how this game ends, you all die. From Dio's perspective.
I mean, he's made it clear often enough that he doesn't give a fuck about whether you live or die.
Yeah. Fair.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What was in the treatment center? Was the cure in there?
Yeah.
No. Yeah? Was that one? No.
Well, Quark had found a dosage of Excelavir in the infirmary in one of the flows, and others have found, we even ourselves had found it in the treatment center, I think.
Was that in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did. I saw it too.
I thought it was in that room with the seeds and the biology.
Possibly also there.
I forgot what room that was.
The
The
clone
muesli.
room. The clone room.
Yeah, where we made muesli.
We did mix some gnarly cereal.
Always in the lab, blah, blah. Laboratory.
Is it always? Then how did Quark have it so early in the flow? We'll figure it out. If Tifa presses a button.
No, I was thinking, but that's where we found it. I thought it was once in another room too, but doesn't really matter, honestly.
We'll get there.
After we open the safe, you grab something out of it and put it in your pocket. Show us what you took.
Get away from me.
Clover shoved her hand into Dio's pocket and began to dig around.
It should be in this one.
Let go.
Again, with like how to best get rid of people doing things when you don't want them to find out. He could have just gone like, yeah, a little bit to the left, please. You know,
no,
go
in this
go
case
with
that wouldn't work.
the creepy way of doing it.
Wouldn't work in this case.
Before Dio could push her away, Clover found what she was looking for.
I knew it!
Oh, that's a pew-pew gun.
He took the whole gun and put that in his pocket like that.
How deep are his pockets? Like, I can barely fit my phone in if I'm lucky.
Yeah, but you have girl pants. Your pockets are naturally smaller, unfortunately.
Fair.
An injection gun. The label on the vial says Neostigmine. What's this stuff for?
I don't know, but I feel like I've heard that name before somewhere.
Same.
So this is not the Excalibur, this is the one that makes you not fall asleep. When you
yeah,
get
it's for the second
0 points.
Second thing in your bracelet.
It's just like that scene from The Mask. Funny glasses, large mouth, base, picture of Calloway's wife. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Oh, is that how it
Finders
works?
keepers.
Hey!
I found you.
Oh, I'm sweet.
I'm adorable. With a desperate lunge, Dio managed to grab the gun back from Clover. But before she had a chance to protest...
Bloop. And there's rest. Quark fainted.
Have any of
Possibly.
you seen Quark?
Oh no.
Quark ran off again.
It's worse.
Anyone? Please!
Quark. Did something happen to him?
We found a pantry on the other side of the red door, but after we left, he just disappeared.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him.
You think he's lost?
What happens? Has Quark disappeared so soon before?
Yes.
Wasn't it always a bit later?
No.
No?
It was around here too.
Okay, so we're
think-
gonna go look for Quark now.
Don't you think you're being a little optimistic there?
Actually, no, he went missing after the last... escape room, no?
I thought he first has the scene where he kind of goes nuts or faints. Then we go, or goes nuts, faints, is in the infirmary, and then later
That's
goes
the
missing.
middle... No, that's the rightmost floor.
Oh, well, let's see. We're probably gonna go look for it now.
The middle floor? I'm getting confused here. Quark mega sus.
Yes, he is.
If Quark isn't like at least some huge part of the reveals at the end of a story, I'm gonna be so frustrated. Like, you can't have all of these things always happen with this one character and then in the end just go, yeah, no, he just had Radical 6, that's what he acted weird. We explained that to you. What?
Come on, that little jerk's probably dead by now. We've already found one corpse, right?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Can somebody just really backhand him?
Preferably Kay.
Yeah, preferably.
How could you? Why would you say such a horrible thing?
Well,
Oh, simmer down there. Just saying it's a possibility.
just a prank, bro. Just making a joke here. What? You don't have any humor, man? Well, even if it is, we should all be looking for him.
Yes!
I mean, do we have something better to do?
Yes, an Ambidex game. Thanks to Dio.
We can't do that.
Why?
Isn't it 40 minutes? Until we can even start that.
No, it has begun. Like, can't we already go in? We have to finish it in the next, like, what, 40 minutes?
Yeah, but if we already go in, we have to wait there for 40 minutes. Like in the very first time we did it.
Oh yeah, true. As we began to file out, I saw Alice staring intently into the corner of a warehouse. It seemed strange, but looking for Quark was my priority.
Alice staring in the corner. Okay, either Alice is now starting her episode or she's seeing something that only she sees.
I turned and headed toward the magenta door. I was gonna say magenta, but
I would have accepted it.
Toreador magician-looking ass. I have rarely found a piece of media with a character I disliked as much as Dio.
Really? No.
Been a while.
Have been games.
Like,
Some games we played.
make an example.
I don't know right now.
Exactly.
Watch some of the VODs and I'm sure there's at least one game where I say, hey, I don't like this character.
Just watch the close to 500 videos we'll have uploaded on YouTube by the time. You know?
There's always someone.
Just feel the things Tifa wants to, like, have you feel right now. Is Dio worse than Zero?
In a way.
Yes. I mean, from what we know, actually know, not just imagine, yes, 100 times. Infinitely.
And we have to deal with him directly.
Zero in the first game was the good guy. Oh, well, gal. But, like, Zero in the first game, yes, the things...
Hey, according to you, we're also the good guy now.
Yeah, I was getting there.
We kind of are.
In the first game, Zero is not actually the bad guy, if you ask me. That's Ace. Clearly. To me, at least. Zero is just making things happen so that the plot of a story can happen, and if you assume, like I do, that only the true ending is what actually happened, I guess, then, you know, it worked out in the end. And here, I mean, Zero put us all here, and we don't know what happened to old that lady, but assuming that Zero had nothing to do with that, again, I'm imagining there's a good reason for all of this, so yeah. So far, I think so.
Definitely be the worst type of person to work with in any cooperative setting. Yes.
Dio is the kind of person you meet as a co-worker, and like the moment your boss tells you, oh, this is your new co-worker, get along, you're like, no, if we keep people like this, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna quit.
Looking for new jobs.
Yeah, no, there's absolutely no reason to keep people like that. Who's worse, Dio or Dio? Dio capitalized. That's the worst guy.
Well, in the first game, Zero, making games still killed 2+ people. I mean...
Honestly though, after... I'm a pacifist. Might not always sound like it, but I do not like murder. Murder. Sound like Joe Rule suddenly. Murder.
Murder is bad, kids.
Except
don't do murder
anime
at home.
Girls do it. No.
Only outside. No, I'm just kidding.
Only in... In video games, it's fine. It's like a thought experiment. I understand why it happened in the first game. And like, if you do all of this to children, if one of them ends up taking revenge on you, it's still murder, but I get it. You know? It's like, what did you think was gonna happen if these people get out? Like, you made these people into that. So, nah. Not justifying it, but explaining it.
I mean...
It's not fusing a human head onto a dog's body or eating people.
You have a very good point. Full
Not
Metal
that we
Alchemist
know
reference.
of. Not that we know of. Maybe off screen. Maybe that's what the Myrmidons do. Meanwhile, Quark! Are you in here?
Nope.
Guess not. Damn.
If we look behind the couch.
Let's try a floor B then. Have we checked under the couch cushions?
I bet he's behind the bar.
I mean, Quark is pretty small. He could have fallen into one of the cracks. But passive aggressive on the button.
That's how I would press it.
Especially in this situation. I want to be arguing with Dio right now. I need to take the stupid elevator.
That would more be you.
Yeah. I would be so passive-aggressive the entire time after Dio does this. I would be
I just
such
press buttons loudly regardless of the reason.
a dick. That's true. You just hate all buttons.
I don't hate them. I just want to make sure they're pressed. It's what they're made for.
I guess. Then Ryuji's team took the red door. They've probably already searched that area pretty thoroughly then. Maybe I'll try the blue door.
Ian, who says Quark isn't moving?
Yeah. I guess. I was gonna say he's in the women's room, but I realized there are no bathrooms here. We don't talk about it.
True, we haven't seen that.
That's what the botanical garden is for.
I mean, yeah, you can't let any resource go to waste in a situation like this.
Quark vented. It's fine, it's because he's an engineer. Quark! Where are you? He's not here either. Where the hell did he go? Check the mini fridge with aluminum?
Ah, Sigma.
Oh, maybe we just need to go psh psh everywhere and then Quark appears.
Do you think luminol being used to be able to find traces of blood specifically is gonna be a thing in this flow?
No.
Oh, I want to feel smart. Okay.
It's not gonna be a thing.
Any luck?
Nothing. No.
Oh, yeah, here. Quark was here.
Now that you're
Just
saying
a
it,
second
Kay.
ago.
Oh, wait, Kay, you mean looking around? Oh, now I see him. What if Quark is hiding inside Kay's monk robe?
I mean, honestly, he could have been found and we're just looking for everyone to summon him back, like, to the warehouse, but still.
Yeah, true. I can't find him anywhere.
I see.
And what about you? Never mind, if you'd found him, you'd have said something already.
Indeed. I went to the treatment center, as well as the Floor B warehouse, but he was not there.
Why is that in the rec room? He just walked out of that one. It's like a comedy kind of thing, you know, slapstick, where we are all searching, but somehow we all had the same idea, so we go in a line basically, and everybody's just checking the same room over and over.
Yeah, might as well. I stayed in the rec room for several minutes and can confirm he did not come in.
And I've spun really fast to make sure he's not behind me. Quark is the camera guy. He is the Lakitu in Super Mario 64. Yeah. Oh well.
Plot twist.
Let's head back to the Floor A warehouse.
Good idea. Perhaps the others have had more luck.
Well, did you find him?
Sorry. We couldn't find him anywhere.
I see.
And then he's laying dead in one of the Ambidex rooms.
Wait, you just had a genius idea. Not in the Ambidex room, but on the Ambidex room.
We're not gonna...
The only place that was only checked once in the entire game was when Phi climbed up on the Ambidex room when we talked about the hatch, when it was about trying to find out who murdered old dead lady. The perfect place to hide a body in this place.
You still gotta get the body up there.
Throw him.
Have you ever thrown, let's say, a 10-year-old kid that's not responsive?
I have not.
That's still quite a bit of dead body weight that you need to throw up, like, what, 3 meters into the air?
Unless reduced gravity. Exactly. Thank you, honest psycho.
We're not going there.
My case. Hairband drop because I can't drop a microphone. Exactly.
We're not going there.
If you were here, Quark would pick up the phone. If only we had phones.
Are the three of you the only others to have returned?
Yeah, we're it.
I'm guessing you guys didn't have any luck either.
Yeah, no clues or anything. I don't get it. With this many people looking, it seems like we'd be able to find him pretty fast.
You would think so.
Quark is only a child. It's possible he's become trapped in a small enclosed space.
He fell in between the gaps.
Help, Step K, I'm stuck. Not for that. Unless they both want to. Clearly, Quark is of legal age. I'm pretty sure there's a disclaimer somewhere.
Probably. If you are a clone and you're printed out to be age 30, how old are you though?
Oh god, are we gonna have an age of consent debate with accelerated aging for clones?
I mean, if Quark really is a clone,
oh my god,
he could be a week old technically. Well, maybe a bit older now, but
I think there is no good answer for this. Because if you assume accelerated aging is a thing, and they are given like information to get them to a certain, I guess, developmental stage, maturity, whatever you want to call it.
I mean,
yeah, I guess the question would be if you make a clone of somebody and within a week age them up to 18 and everything about them looks 18, they act like 18, they have all, like they get just super speed internet into their brain. They are
they're
effectively
not
18, but chronologically they're a week old. How old are they?
and are they still legal?
Still? Already?
Maybe the
You
better word.
used the opposite word. You go to jail if you say
Well,
that.
if you don't know beforehand and you find out later, it's still.
Tifa, would you kindly give me the shovel you're holding that you're digging deeper and deeper for your own legal grave? Please, just give it to me.
Are they aged artificially? We don't know.
He isn't a week old. We don't know how old he is supposed to be though, because there have been 2 conversations I think where it's like, you're 12, no I'm 20, ha ha ha, both were jokes. So I think
true,
Tifa...
and for Quark we do have a background because he was found as a baby.
Yeah, still, if you go with accelerated aging, has he been with... Assuming he ages 4 times as fast, okay? If he spent 5 years after being born with 10 Miyuji, he's 20. I mean, his body at least is, technically.
I think Ten Miyuji would have noticed.
Why? Maybe he has like one of those syndromes where he looks like a child forever.
I mean, true, but...
How about we just keep pressing buttons and we figure out through experiencing the game which one of us sounds less unhinged? Well, wouldn't we at least be able to hear him calling for help?
Yeah, you're right.
Quark.
Not if he's knocked out.
Tenryuji's shoulder slumped. He looked old, much older than when we had met. I could see tears glistening at the corners of his eyes. For just a moment I saw them. For just a moment I saw in them all of his pain, fear and despair, and it felt like someone had put my heart in a vice. Then Dio appeared and the mood suddenly changed. I hope with Quark.
Hey!
I have a feeling he now found Quark dead.
Nah.
Guys, come here!
Do you think Quark is gonna die?
Quark is dead.
I say it's the Quark has a knife moment again.
Quark is dead.
Not super sure if they reveal the canon ages in-game other than like Clover since we knew already. Okay, fair enough. I will need to wiki that after we're done with the franchise. He looked older than when we met, if that's even possible. Yes. Yes, it is. There are days where I feel like I look older than I really am. I try to moisturize more than... Yeah, found him dead. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he just came here and then he tripped and I was still holding the vaccine gun. And I guess I just stabbed him in the temple a couple times. was an accident. Dio.
He just kept running into it.
Yeah, and into my fist. Dio.
What are you standing around for? They're in the crew quarters.
They. Okay, who's all dead? Alice and Quark. I say.
Alice keeps dying.
Just come on.
What?
It's always
But do you think Quark is actually dead this time?
Oh, Quark's dead.
Are they really gonna kill the kid?
Quark is dead. Who else are you gonna kill off?
Dio playing the pronoun game. I hate the pronoun game. Say what has happened. Don't just say he, she, they, whatever. Say the names of the people and say what happened. Yeah.
Oh! Luna dead again.
No.
Do you think Quark actually did it now?
Do you think Quark is playing...
It's not meant to be Psycho. I'm sorry.
Psycho...
Okay, so...
Leave her alone. For your sake, I hope that this is not the true ending route.
Okay, so once again...
Gotta time travel. Baby.
Time to jump again. Alice and Luna are dead. But now Quark is already missing.
Do you think Quark is the Among Us guy in this setting?
I still think Alice somehow killed herself once again.
I am saying Quark kills basically everyone. Listen to me.
Sure.
In the very beginning, there was in the middle route, there was Green is imposter. Yes, he is. In the beginning of when we played the middle flow section, there was this whole debate about who could have possibly killed old dead lady. And I'm pretty sure at the end it was like she was found in the room that Quark and Kay were in. It seems to me that every time Quark goes missing, people
Someone ends up dead.
not missing, but every time the whereabouts of Quark are unaccounted for, somebody has a very high chance of ending up dead. So I'm saying Quark is the one that just goes people.
I mean, go for it. Clover and Kay were in the room where old lady was, not Quark. See, it was Clover.
Really?
I mean, it can still be Quark.
You can't spell Quark without a K. What if K is like a remote controlled version of Quark? I'm saying it's Quark anyway.
That is fine. How about we let this sink in for a moment while we take a short break and mourn the loss of Alice and Luna. Maybe Luna more than Alice, but let's mourn them anyway.
BRB.
BRB. We're back.
We are.
And they still dead.
Also, Clover was sleeping when Kay jumped out with her. Or knocked out.
Yeah, true.
I'm just saying.
No, she was still, or she didn't wake up yet. Yeah.
Yes. Also, was there another vial gun or the same? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this one is from the infirmary. Let's try to find out if Tifa presses a button.
Hard to say. On one of the guns, the vial thing was like purplish, and now it's blue though.
I think now it's empty.
You think that's just an empty thing?
Yeah.
That could also be.
Wait a
Time
damn
for-
second.
Oh.
Luna isn't dead.
But the
I
watch
don't
came
think-
off regardless.
I don't think Luna is dead in this one or the other scenarios.
Hooray! Yeah, but
The neo-stigism thingy.
it counters the poison.
There's
Yes.
two antidotes that we found. Well, two things that can
But
cure
the
you.
bracelet came off.
Yes.
Oh,
And?
after it injects, it opens.
Yeah.
So you
What-
think she's just knocked
What
out?
if you time it just right so that the effect of this stuff kicks in just at the same moment the bracelet unlocks because you're dead? Because we were told if you reach 0 BP, whatever, if you die, from the bracelet, it injects you with Soporil, you get knocked out, then the nerve toxin, and then you die. But the toxin still needs to go through your body. So technically you can make your body take like a screenshot by taking both drugs at once, and then they like fight each other inside your veins. I don't know medicine, I don't know how it works. Will Luna live? Find out the pussy!
Well, the question is, after it injected the poison, does the bracelet automatically open? Or does it
because
monitor
it just
the
assumes
heartbeat?
you're dead anyway.
Yeah. Or does it monitor your heartbeat? Also, didn't we do the whole like neck pressing thing to check for a heartbeat?
At what point was it ever established that Siggy is somebody with a background in medicine? What if he just didn't feel the pulse?
Fair, yeah.
Because it was super faint.
Fair.
How?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Yeah, but it says your heart stops, bracelet comes off. Does it come off because the bracelet did its job, or does it come off because the heart stopped?
I think it's like this on purpose.
I think no one hears that.
That's I'm speaking into your microphone, you fool.
There is no point.
Could you hear me when I said it? I'm pretty sure you could. Don't think Sigma studies medicine. Not with... Wait, he said what he studies. Isn't he in engineering or something?
I do
Again,
not remember.
Among Us. I think something like that. There was a roaring in my ears. Breathing? Heartbeat? But my footsteps sounded muffled as if I was hearing them through layers of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck.
Oh, we checked Alice, the one that obviously bled to death, and not the one that has no wounds. So
To be fair,
I see.
unnecessary detail. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't put this in the game because of sensors, I guess. But the human body has like 8 liters of blood. I don't know what that is in imperial measures. It's a lot of blood, actually. You would be shocked. So she hasn't bled to death. I think the cause of death is something
You know
else.
what I'm trying to say? You have 2 assumably dead people, seeing how the bracelets are obviously off. And instead of checking for, if you're going to check, instead of checking the one closest to you, the one that has no visible
You go
wounds.
for the one that actually still has a knife sticking in her, yeah.
Yeah, we go for the one where it looks like they performed open heart surgery on her. You know what I mean?
Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Looking down, it was clear why. Something had been driven into her chest so far that only the hilt was visible, and the entire front of her body was covered in blood.
See what I mean?
We would have found this out if you had pressed A. I'm just saying.
So I feel like we should like pull that out.
What? I mean...
It's one of the only
Yeah, I
weapons
guess.
/ sharp objects we have found so far.
Yeah, I guess... No one could survive something like that. I forced myself to swallow the stinging lump in my throat and turned toward Luna. Unlike Alice, at first glance she seemed unharmed. As I reached for her neck to check for a pulse, however, I saw a red mark near her jawline.
Ah, a red mark near her jawline.
She injected herself, or got injected with something. Nearby on the floor sat an injection gun. I already knew what I would find, but I pressed my fingers to her neck and waited. Nothing.
So wait, a red mark, like a...
Yeah, injection.
Why is this?
Because somehow you had pressed auto.
Injection mark, yeah, or like punch mark? Did I skip anything? No. Okay.
They're dead.
My God.
It would be funnier though if we let Kay check for a heart pulse.
Kay, can you check for pulse?
Let me check with my gloves
We
on.
don't know what he can do in that suit. Maybe he actually has like super senses or like heightened senses through this because of like sensors in the exoskeleton thing.
I mean,
Hello,
pretty
Bedinius.
unlikely.
Happy
What he said?
Tuesday.
How you doing?
What on earth happened here?
That bastard killed them!
Who?
Whoever it was that killed the old lady in the AB room.
You're saying this mystery person killed Luna and Alice?
I still think he killed the old lady.
Maybe only one of them was supposed to be killed. but the murderer had to kill the other to keep them quiet.
Or perhaps they killed one another. Luna stabbed Alice in the chest, after which Alice attacked her with the injection gun.
That's pretty far-fetched.
Yeah, kinda.
Look at Alice's clothes. No sign of a struggle.
I think if there were signs of a struggle on Alice's clothes, this game's rating would be very different. Like, there is already very little that can look like there is a struggle.
From the outside, it appears like she's wearing exactly 2 pieces of clothing, not counting the jewelry around her neck and chest. There is very little compared to how the rest of the characters dress, where I would say, yeah, no, I can see signs of a struggle here.
But actually, the skirt here is a bit ripped, no?
I think that's just creased like that.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know, honestly.
I'm making up things as I'm going.
I don't think they fought.
Then were they killed somewhere else and then brought here?
No. If that were the case, there would be much less blood.
That's logical. You mentioned in another route that he's working on his PhD in something biology related. Oh yeah, that could be. We saw something about that.
Oh, wait.
Then we also had that car scene, I believe.
That's also another beautiful clue that sigma is 0 is the one, as in sigma equals 0 equals the person trying to find the cure for radical 6. The biology related thing is probably like becoming a virologist.
It can all make sense, yes.
Thank you for reminding me.
I guess that's true.
Whatever the case, we have too few clues to figure it out right now. We'd all separated to look for Quark.
It's Clover here too.
Yes.
Any one of us could have done it.
Also, question. Assuming that we are in space and gravity isn't... Are we both doing our eye at the same time?
Who are you?
Couple energy.
More for genetic fields.
If you are in lower gravity, does your blood pump faster or slower? I would think
have no clue.
faster, right? Because there is less gravity that the blood needs to stream up against. I mean, your blood is being pumped one way through your body. And if there is nothing pulling it down, I would imagine your blood travels faster if your heart is pumping the same.
What does it matter?
The amount of blood coming out of a body when they get stabbed.
I mean, there's still plenty of blood.
Okay, fair enough.
He literally said that.
Sigma is indeed 0. He somehow erased his own memory, but he was kidnapped like any other.
If Sigma is 0, then Sigma has to be a clone as well.
No.
Or a different Sigma.
Sigma become... The timeline. Sigma, 0. Sigma will become 0, but 0 set this up, and because time travel shenanigans, Sigma is in this game. I couldn't think of a better way of showing
There's
it.
more Sigmas to the story.
Yes.
Just like there's more Dios.
It's the cliche, nowadays, I guess, cliche trope in like anime and video games, where the big bad guy is you from the future, that traveled back in time to make you into the thing he was never able to become.
I'm kind of done with this genre, honestly.
It should be its own genre by now.
It kind of is by now, because everything is like that.
Gravity had no effect on viscosity. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I will read this line slightly different. You mean the killer is among us?
Do you think there's someone else in here?
Well...
Do you think that Zero Senior killed these two, as well as the old woman?
Oh, give me a break. How can you just sit around here talking?
Well, no point in making a fuss.
What else can we do? Fist fight about it? Dance?
Are you kidding me? One of us is a killer.
Yeah, you!
A better reason to make a fuss.
I kind of do have to agree with him here.
If I didn't know that internally, he's probably like, he has 2 people less to worry about. Yeah, I would agree. But now I know.
I'm not sure if Dio is behind these two.
If it turned out in the end that the murderer in all scenarios is always Dio because he just don't give a fuck, I would be okay with that too.
It wouldn't be shocking either.
Yeah, that would make sense with his like ultimate motive.
I don't think it's Dio here though.
You do realize you're the most likely suspect, don't you?
Excuse me?
You wait until the rest of us have gathered in the warehouse. Then you kill Alice and Luna. You pretended to be the first to find them and...
Are you saying I did this?
Yes,
Valid Among Us strategy.
Dio self-reported.
I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't need to get so worked up about it.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
That would make even more sense how he set it up so that they ran through the puzzle. He went straight to the Ambidex room, triggered the Ambidex game to start, then went ahead and killed a person. As in, like, he went and killed Alice. Then he went after Luna, told her, oh no, quick, you know medicine, she's hurt. So Luna goes there, he kills her too, and then he goes to Alice like, oh no, I found 2 dead people, what can we do? Because now we don't have the time to like properly investigate for like an hour or whatever, because we need to play the Ambidex game.
I'm not believing it.
I do it for both of us.
All players, please enter. If no vote, any non-voting.
Where is Quark?
Vanished for some reason.
I think Quark is the more likely suspect here.
I think Alice died by Article 6. Luna killer though could be Dio.
I mean, yes, it still could be. But I think Quark, just to take away from... Dio is the most likely thing, because you already know he's evil.
If Dio was the killer, why would he report it? He could have left from there, no one had a reason to look for him yet.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. Good point. I hope we will find out. So, if you don't vote, your choice is set to ally. I guess that means Luna's vote will be ally for this round.
Yes, it does. Perhaps that outcome is what the killer was after.
They killed Alice and Luna for that? Who would Luna's opponent be?
Quark and myself.
One person is missing and the others bought the farm. I'd say this old fart's the most suspicious one here.
You want to say that to my face?
I mean, he just did.
Yeah, you killed her so you could get a few more points in the AB game.
Are you an idiot? How do you explain Alice? She's playing against Kay, not me!
I'm just saying you can't spell idiot without D-I-O.
Not quite. Even without his partner Alice, Sigma will still be able to cast a vote as he wishes.
True.
Maybe that's why Luna
It was
died.
Sigma.
Maybe they meant to kill Sigma, but something went wrong and they...
True. I suppose that is a possibility. But we are engaging in pure speculation here. There is little to no evidence to support any of this.
Do you think...
We should now spray everyone with the...
Luminol, yeah, to see if anybody has blood on their hands. I'm going full aluminium hat here.
Don't you always?
No, I try to restrain myself. Level with me. If my theory that Zero from the future is setting all of us up so that Sigma can become Zero sooner and get like morphogenetic superpowers through all of these shenanigans.
Not to find a cure for Awesome 6?
No, that happens as well. That's
Okay.
part of it too.
Okay.
So, if this was the case, then there is at least one party that knows there is a plan, and that's Zero. Do you think it would be possible that somebody else knows that this is the plan and tries to sabotage it?
I mean, he has a helper. You know, someone setting up the bombs. So there is another party involved.
No, I don't think the bombs are part of a plan, they just happen to be there. I'm thinking the bombs were Dio. Because he just wants to kill everybody. He just hates humanity, they all need to die, perfect new world.
No.
Was it ever established if a morphogenetic field is a connection between two people, or if a morphogenetic field is like a hall that everybody can access, that has the ability to do so at the same time?
I don't
Like,
recall in the
imagine
first
it
game,
like like a chat room of the olden days, you know? If only two people join, the chat room being the morphogenetic field, if two people join, they can communicate, they can send information back and forth, even through time possibly, as we learned in the first game. But if more people
in
were
the first
able to
game,
tap into the same one,
I think it was established that you need like this special
need a
connection
partner.
to someone, to
Yeah, but
your partner. Yeah.
what if, like, going with the whole fiction aspect, we have established in canon of a game that there are pairs.
Yeah.
That exists. What if in this
We
game...
also know that in this one.
Yes. What if we're going to learn in this game there is at least one person who has the ability to tap into others' fields. And this person, maybe brother in charge of Free the Soul,
I mean,
learned
it could absolutely
that
be.
Zero is setting all of us up, and because of the whole, yeah, fuck humanity, I want to kill everybody, just goes, you know what would be really funny? Let's not make that happen.
I mean, it can be, because Fi also told us to remember the code in one of the endings, because it was really important. She doesn't know who we would have a connection with, technically. So then it could mean
so
that
far
it's just out there and someone can grab that info.
But so far in this game, all the characters in the group have only transmitted information to themselves.
But what does that matter right now, though?
I'm trying to find out who possibly might have a reason to kill people here.
I mean, almost everyone.
Hello Yomo, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the
Yomo.
Insane People Club. How are you doing?
How are you today?
Get one bomb password from Termite Man, so bombs are part of a plan. Or maybe...
I mean, they kind of are, yes.
Or maybe Termite Man knew of at least one bomb and gave us the password.
No, he's definitely a part of the placement for some reason. I don't even know why they're being planted.
Yeah.
I have absolutely...
How have you
no
been?
clue.
How are you doing? We should probably head back to the warehouse.
We should take their bracelets with us then.
Oh yeah.
Are you fully recovered, by the way, from your operation? I have no
Hey.
clue how long recovery takes.
Hey, talking about recovery, Tifa's wound is still healing. What did I say? At least another week?
Yeah.
It's such a small spot, but it takes forever.
It's at a really annoying spot, that's the problem.
At least it doesn't hurt.
But that's a whole different skill.
Yeah, you can't compare this to actually surgery of any kind. Uh-huh. Do they really matter anymore?
Without their bracelets, some of us would be unable to open the secondary chromatic doors.
We take him along.
Pretty calm, pal. Too calm. You did it, didn't you?
A sterling deduction. I await your further insight. He wears a mask, therefore he is guilty, perhaps?
What did you just say? Are you fucking with me?
No,
You're kind of fucking with
You are
him
fucking
at
with
this
everybody,
point.
and he who dealt it now smelt it. Vibing, basically all healed on the outside, but in terms of inside, it's essentially a year till it's all sorted. Okay.
Okay, at
Fair
least
enough.
one of the steps is
Exactly.
good.
Things
Nice.
take time. Good. It's another step. I'm happy it's going well.
I'm kind of shocked it takes that long. But on the other hand, I'm also not really. Does that make sense? No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Won't know if I'll get sensation back in the area for a while. So for now, most of the area has no feeling. Very weird. Oh, yeah.
Oh, because of the nerves and skin that they patch together, I guess.
No, I get that. As a kid, I was pretty chunky. I was like, I said it before. Oh God, what was the number I did for math back then? I was like 170, 160 pounds, ish. No, wait, I was way heavier. Sorry, I was 200, 210 when I was 16.
Something along that line.
I was pretty heavy, and when I lost the weight, but because of some patches of my skin are really stretched out. For example, on my stomach, there are stretches where like you can pinch me, And I will feel it at some point, but the sensation is very muted, I guess. Same with like cold and heat. It takes a while for me to feel it in certain spots. So can relate, kind of, different reason, but yeah. Case by case, I might get feeling back or I might not. Could even only get feeling back in select areas, who knows.
Oh, gotta
From
wait
my
and see for that, I guess.
experience, even if it never fully comes back, there's worse things. It's not perfect, but like I'm at a point where I don't think about it. It doesn't like impede me in any way.
Only feel the pressure.
Yeah, same.
But it doesn't hurt or... Oh, well, if you don't really feel anything.
Think of a
That's,
positive.
that's already a plus.
If a bee or wasp were to sting you, it wouldn't hurt as much. Positive thinking.
That is very true, that is very true. But I'm glad recovery is going well. It's coming along.
Meanwhile, knock it off. Is there really any point arguing about this?
Shame there's no recovery here.
Agreed.
I wish a wasp would sting Dio in the face.
Someone really does need to punch him.
Right? What's this flap on the nose between the nostrils?
Hole divider.
The hole divider. Imagine getting stung by an insect right here. That would be so... The septum. Oh, that's what it's
makes
called.
sense. Septum piercing.
Yeah. I knew septum piercings, but I didn't remember that. Yeah, that's why it's called that. Yes, imagine getting stung right there.
I kind of liked hole divider. Huh?
It's also an amazing porn star name.
The idea stinks.
Yes, it does.
We aren't getting any younger here.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're just having fun.
Bruh.
I apologize. We should return to the warehouse.
Do you disagree, though? I mean...
Alice.
Come on, Clover, we gotta go.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I can't just leave her here.
Clover...
If you don't vote, Dio might get out. Huh? He's got 6 BP right now. If you don't vote, you will automatically ally. And I bet my left arm he'll pick Betray.
I'll bet both of my arms.
I bet both of Tifa's arms with you. What? What if I
And
grow?
my nose divider.
And my septum. And my axe.
Why the... Well,
Why not?
if I have to pick an arm, you can bet that to lose. You can bet your ass it would be my left arm going, because I'm kind of hopeless with left, and I do
same.
everything with right. So if
Not
you
saying we
have
want
to
to,
lose
but
an arm,
If
it better be your not dominant one.
if it has to happen, but you get to choose, I would also pick my non-dominant side.
Yeah. With like legs, I wouldn't really care. Yeah, no, legs is fine, but arms,
Yeah.
definitely the left arm.
I bet my firstborn.
I'll bet
Everybody
your
pitches in.
firstborn as well.
Everybody pitches in. You'll need to press a button, Tifa.
That'd be 3 points, which will put him at 9. Once he's got that, there's nothing stopping him from opening the number 9 door. I'll try and pick ally, of course, but Dio's not an idiot.
I'll try and pick ally.
I mean, nothing says that she is the one that will be able to press the button first.
We're in a group together?
She's with Dio, yeah.
Oh, yeah. True. Okay.
He'll
fair
try and stop me or get in my way somehow.
Or kill me.
Have 9 points? What are you gonna do, Clover? If you stay here, you might be letting Alice's killer get away.
Fine. I'll do it. There's no way I'm going to let him get 9 points.
Good. Let's go.
I bet.
In this situation, it would be best to betray Dio so that his
Yeah.
points go down.
Or that it's just defaulting to
5 minutes
no points.
remain
Yeah.
until...
But that also needs trust for her side. And no one's trusting Clover either after all the time she ditched us.
Well, but nothing, because I'm greedy like that. That's also perfectly fine. If you don't bet, you don't get to lose.
That is actually smart.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy lottery tickets. I just get to keep my money while I watch you gamble and lose.
I do that once in a full moon.
Less, actually. Full moons are more common.
See? Then what are you
You've
complaining?
bought like 5 scratch tickets this entire year.
Yeah, see? But scratch tickets are fun. I just
The
like the
cheap ones,
scratching.
not like $500.
I don't even expect to win anything.
You can just scratch my back and I'll tell you it feels nice. Isn't that like the same sensation and you get something positive out of it?
If I can scratch it like I scratch the tickets.
Okay, no, I'm out.
Like, I always loved it, by the way. Which... Actually, no, I'm gonna say it anyway. Like when me...
Viewer discretion is advised. Tifa will speak openly in 3,
or
2,
my family got...
1.
Oh yeah. I'll wait the timer. Like gets like sunburn and then when your skin starts peeling off. As a kid, I would love to get sunburn on purpose just because I knew the peeling could be, or when I knew like my grandmother's legs or something were burned after a vacation, I would like sit under the table and actually peel the skin off. I absolutely love
Like
peeling
that
that off.
episode of Malcolm in the Middle.
I'm sorry.
Tifa.
Like if you want to get rid of like wallpaper on your walls, like I'm the person to invite. I have so much fun peeling things
For a
off.
second in my head when she went from skin coming off after a sunburn and then the next thing she said was wallpaper, I expected like Tifa in the newspaper level.
No normal person is gonna
words.
let me peel their skin off. So wallpaper is like the closest next thing.
That's true. Tifa took a wrong turn in the evolution arc.
I love like peeling
She
off
fell off the
thingies.
branch at some point.
I'm sorry.
She would have made a great lizard.
Yes, I would have. I used to have snakes as pets, and it was always so much fun to watch them like shed. And then sometimes there was like this tiny piece left, and it's like,
let me help you.
let me help you. Yes, exactly. It's so much fun. You know, like sometimes when you have this very smooth floor and you walk on it with a rubber sole and it leaves like this really weird mark.
Slowly backs away. Yeah, everybody does that right now. Like,
as a kid, I loved to go to malls just for the floor because you can rub the rubber off the ground. You know, those weird marks you get. I'm sorry, I have a lot of fun with that. Like, no shame.
carry on.
I don't do that anymore, but still, I loved that shit as a kid.
Welcome to Tifa Stream.
Finally,
where
my
she plays
favorite
video
letter
games
is
and
egg.
talks about things that you might find relatable. Or maybe you feel like Googling the numbers of a German police.
You know how hard it is to find people who like these things too.
Local German
saying.
woman arrested for wallpapering a home with human skin. Nothing that is exactly the headline I was picturing when she made that, like, meandering through topics. Exactly that. I could picture it all. Like Silent Hill 2. Like, yeah.
It's satisfying.
Jack, if you ever catch Tifa sunbathing on a rock, you shouldn't be concerned. Tifa doesn't like sunburn, doesn't like tanning and stuff. She burns very easily. And I don't let her get sunburned.
Even the last, I want to say like the last couple years when I've actually had sunburn, my skin doesn't seem to actually like come off all.
Good.
I think, okay, no, fine. So, a B room, right?
Congratulations, Tifa, through a combination of sheer dumb luck and having learned throughout life, you have managed to not massively damage your skin.
But fun! I don't know.
How about this?
You all lie. I know you're all lying when you say you don't think it's satisfying to do that.
How about this, Tifa? Out of all the packaging material we have, I get you like a big piece of cardboard that is like nice and flat and straight. And you take one of the candles we have and you light it. Okay. And you pour the wax over there.
Oh, that's also nice, like dipping
really
your
thin,
fingers in wax
really
and
thin.
then peeling that off.
And then you can spend hours peeling off the cold wax.
I don't know if cardboard is the right material for that.
You
like,
will
then
not
you better
pour
like
it on yourself. I started the sentence before she made the motion. I knew where it was going.
Alright. Okay. So, Luna is dead.
I took a deep breath and interrupted Tifa before she could say more things.
I'm just
I took a deep breath and unlocked the AB room. No matter how hard I looked for answers, all I found were more questions. Who had killed Alice and Luna? Where was Quark?
no, there's still no Quark.
I wasn't in any kind of mood to play along with Zero's ridiculous games, but at this point I didn't really have a choice. I heaved a silent sigh and started toward the entrance to my AB room.
Sigma, what would you say to voting ally? I would reciprocate, of course. You have 5 BP. If we both ally, then you will gain 2 points, leaving you with 7 in total.
I'm gonna need a...
Yeah, Kay, about
If
that.
you cooperate mutually in the following round, you would gain another 2 points, bringing you to 9.
Yeah.
Conversely, if you were to choose to betray me during this round, you would gain 3 points, for a total of 8. In other words, you will be unable to reach 9 BP until the round following this one.
That's extremely logical.
Yeah. Yes,
Being the case, choosing ally is the most logical choice.
that is correct. True, but
But we don't like you.
True, but Jack already took the mouse, so how many points do you have?
Me?
As I recall, you and Clover chose Betray in the first AB game. That means you should have 6 PP right now. If you betray me and get another 3, you could get all the way to 9 this round.
Ah, yes, that is true. However, escaping as soon as possible is not my goal.
Stop skipping case lines. But you picked Betray in the first round, didn't you?
That was in the interest of my own safety. As I only had 3 points at the time, the prospect of losing 2 of them was very unsettling. Now that I have 6 BP, I have some room for error.
Why wouldn't you want to get out of here as soon as possible? Or as soon as you possibly could? Hello, Evie! Happy Tuesday! How are you doing?
Why are we immediately going what I have been saying?
See, Tifa, the beauty of having your chat on the stream is that, first of all, everybody can see what we're replying to. But also, when people come in later and the message is still there, they can catch up.
That's true.
You know? It's like a win-win situation.
How are you doing, Evie?
Because it's Tifa. Yeah, we had a moment where Tifa talked about her enjoyment of removing...
I like peeling skin after like
of
sunburns.
finding the positives after a sunburn severe enough that the skin is healing and leaving a new layer. Not the weirdest thing that was said here. True. That's true.
Yeah, very true.
One of the rare moments where I won't judge you for going Betray first. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it.
I feel like this is exactly where we should be judged for picking Betray though.
Look.
We had such a sweet moment.
Look, Tifa, to get out of a wallpaper moment, what is your t-shirt depicting?
It's an owl with a...
An armadillo holding onto a tree branch. Or pine cone, or pineapple that is very round. We don't know.
Yeah, it's an owl and a pine cone, I think it is.
Thank you, Bedinsis. What a wonderful question that has absolutely nothing to do with the other things Tifa said. I appreciate the change of pace. You're an adult and you are riding a bunny ride, you sus. If that
We
was
all
his line
would
of
if it
thinking,
looks fun.
I would not agree with it.
Of course I would like to,
I thought he said lie.
Of course I would lie to you.
but attempting to do so would be unwise.
Why?
Why is that?
Isn't it obvious?
No.
If I escape on my own, everyone else will be trapped here forever.
How do you know we would be trapped here forever?
That's already been said. The door only opens once and everyone else is trapped in here
That
forever.
doesn't mean you can't bring help.
Yeah, but that's the
No,
For
I
those
would
things.
never think of it this way. If a door can be closed, clearly it can be open.
That's not the point here.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten what Zero told us?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. It'll close for good after 9 seconds. So if you're not careful, you can get stuck.
I trust you remember now?
And there's also no...
Nobody says it's forever.
There's also no one saying that someone will go get help. And especially knowing that a big part of humanity is wiped out, no one also says help might come.
But they don't know it yet.
Don't
We do.
already know that?
They don't.
We already know that.
No.
We skipped that part.
No.
That was in the... Yes, it was.
No.
That was in the previous thing.
Tifa, they talked about Radical 6. They didn't talk about the fact that it already has
What's that
occurred.
here?
Yes, it happens way later.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
regardless.
So if someone opens it and escapes.
Precisely. Did you not realize? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Hey, don't tell me you're planning to just leave us all in the lurch and take off by yourself.
I would never do that.
I remember this other route where Luna and Alice died, and Kay is the one that left us all behind for the sake of
I will find
Quark
help.
and all of us. Yeah.
And then Poochie went back to his home planet.
Consider the following. If I did manage to get to 9 points before anyone else, do you think the rest of our companions would allow me to leave? Especially
Yes.
knowing that if they did, they would remain here for the rest of their lives?
Well, no, of course we'd stop you.
You see? Working toward leaving as a group is the most logical choice for me.
Wait, before you press a button. Was there a character in the first game that when they had a moment like this, they would also do the same like mannerism hand motion?
Also, I'm really sorry, but there's a flexing lady in his hand. And I cannot
Oh my
unsee
God.
it. She's like... "Arrgh." You see it, right? Oh, this is a hard one. Put it above
I will
the
draw it
platypus.
over the duck, protecting the ducks. So,
Like, that's the muscle... That's the left muscle arm.
here is she flexing, or here she is flexing. Here she is too.
That's the face and the Jessie hair.
This is the Jessie from
Like, you gotta put a face in
OG
there.
Team Rocket hair. Then like, in the empty space, this is her body.
Yes! Look, you see her! Like, we can imagine like a hairline here.
Yeah.
Oh, now it looks like she has a mustache.
That's fine. Like,
Or it's like a gnome.
wait, no, she's like half JoJo posing. She's doing the thing where they're like,
Oh, yeah,
this hurts my arms.
yeah. I see it.
I want you to do a Rorschach test on stream. Maybe
That's
one day.
the, like, what do you see in certain
Yeah.
pictures, right? Oh, that could actually be really fun.
Let me write that down, because the last time somebody said it, I forgot.
True, that's been mentioned before.
Yes, every time you have a moment like this.
Yeah, but...
Oh my god!
Oh, what do you see?
It's a woman with long hair standing in the background flexing in the nature as she's watching the
Platypus.
bottle duck platypus creature sit on a mini fridge in the wild near a lake with a cherry tree.
That's such a beautiful scene.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you, Tifa. Thank you for having
I
us
can't unsee
all be
it.
part of this.
I just can't. Also, his hand is floating.
Stop making fun of the graphics. Press a button. Exactly.
Minute remain.
Our time is nearly up. I trust you will choose wisely.
I will. Yeah, of course. You too. You cannot skip this. We've never done this.
Yeah, I accidentally pressed it.
Accidentally pressed you too.
I wasn't meant to skip.
30 seconds remain.
I wasn't meant to skip.
I was not meant to skip.
I wasn't meant to skip.
Tifa standing at the side of the lake, throwing a flat stone, but it doesn't bounce. She looks sadness in her eyes. The weight of a world forming as a lump in her throat as she utters.
I wasn't meant to skip.
Exactly. Scene. Kay hadn't made a compelling argument, but I still had to make my choice. Would he really choose to ally? If I chose ally and he chose betray, he'd have 9 points and I'd have 2. Still, even if he did have 9 points, he might not try and escape right away. The question was, how much could I trust him? How much trust could I give a man whose face I'd never seen?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
9, 8,
9, 8,
7,
6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
And
I'm sorry, Kay.
why do I have a feeling he betrays us as well?
I would find that hilarious. Yeah.
Ambidex Game.
It's like, what? No, I felt like you didn't fully buy into my plan.
Like fat finger syndrome, I totally pressed ally, but it kinda went for betray.
My Ambidex Game voting poll machine glitched out. Computers, eh? What can you do?
Results.
Mm-hmm. I tried pulling the plug and putting it back in, but if K Betrays is gonna drop in my ranking, I think he might actually.
Results from round 2.
Let's do this.
No Dio.
The Russians hacked my voting
Exactly.
machine. Exactly.
Please
I smelled bamboo on the machine, and clearly it had to be sent here from China. You know you can't trust that for some reason.
I completely forgot about that.
Okay, Quark still isn't here.
I mean, yeah, Quark's
Betray? Yeah. Okay.
Everyone basically betrayed. Okay, wait. He tried to fuck us over. And I'm quite sure he's gonna go with the same reasoning that he wants to get out for the sake of everyone. Blah, blah. You betrayed us.
Well, Sigma, like you had just said, if I were to betray you and you would ally with me, I would have 9 points and that would make me suspicious. And since you pointed that out, I chose betray, knowing you would choose betray.
You can't trust the dots on the bunny, right? Quark is the only one with 9 points. Quark is going to ditch all of us, and right now he's at the door leaving.
Kay was willing to kill Alice.
Alice is already dead.
Yeah, sorry, you weren't here for that probably. Alice and Luna are dead once again.
The only one I understand is... Actually, I understand all of them. I mean, Tenmyuji might as well have picked Betray because Luna is dead anyway.
Like they said, she can't get any deader.
Yeah, so it's the logical choice and it gets him away from the 1 point. All good. I mean, Dio and Phi already knew Dio was gonna pick Betray, and after that conversation with Clover, there was no other thing for Clover to pick, which is Betray, which means Dio also at this point, even if he was doubting, had to pick Betray because he can't pick Ally at this point. So that's the outcome. That's very predictable.
And Quark is jumping from the top of a boom and rushed to the door.
Quark is definitely...
If a door suddenly opens, he just rematerializes somehow.
Wait. Where's that flow? Quark is... Oh, that's actually very long.
There's still more here.
That is surprisingly long for Quark just leaving us. Okay, we're gonna have a very long conversation on how Quark is a lefty as well. And how he killed Alice and Luna.
Possibly. How about before we get into that, we take one more short break?
PRB.
PRB, actually.
We're back.
We are.
Ranger, how you doing?
Please enjoy your liquids. How are you doing?
Cheers, joining you.
Also, boo! We're back already. There you go. But fair. I get it.
Actually, let's just call it a night here.
Bye. So, you pick Betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or anything?
I could ask the same of you.
I mean... Yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
I had thought that you would choose Ally.
That makes it even worse, honestly.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that out loud, my friend. But... If I had Van, you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not gonna let you get out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
You absolutely would, otherwise you would go for your same strategy.
Kay suggested it in the first place. Yeah, exactly.
I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
I might. That's an if, right?
If that's the case, he would have gone for the other thing.
The audacity of this.
But if after that conversation he would have gone like, hey, you looked like you were gonna pick Betray, so I went with Betray in the end after all, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But he literally went, oh, I thought you would pick Ally, so I could betray you. And therefore giving myself 9 and making it even longer for you to reach 9, which means we're still stuck here for longer, and you definitely would have left. Because otherwise we could all take long to get to 9 points.
If Kay left, Sigma disappointed and say, okay. Doubtful. Doubtful. Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
Then you do not trust me.
Well...
No need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
And how did the thing that you just did help with that? Says the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me. That sounded
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
Kudos to the voice actor for this. Because that was the most bad, spontaneous, honest laugh I've ever heard.
It's like a ha 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 ha.
Yeah. The honesty is refreshing, but that's really not the brightest move. Yeah.
So you chose Betray too, huh?
Yeah, just like you, asshole.
You just picked Ally. I'd have 9 BP right now.
Why on earth would I have done that? There's no way Clover would have chosen Ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP.
Are you an idiot or something?
Yes.
Bunch of smartasses.
There was 2 choices, come on. So you chose Betray.
Of course.
The moment the groups now split and he would be against Alice or Luna though, then he's out.
Yeah, good. If there's one person where I would be so sad if they reach 0 BP and we have to watch them die painfully, it would certainly be Dio. I mean, I don't know what I would do if my emotions if that were to happen. Probably dance. The audacity of Dio amazes me every time. I know, right? It's...
Really wanted to trust Kay after the coin operated right. Same. That was such a sweet moment and it really hurt having to pick Betray, but the fact that he's fucking with us now is like, oh.
Even if you think others are subhumans, they're not stupid. But I think that's the whole thing. Like, he actually believes other people
The rest are lesser beings.
Are so much lesser beings that they're also just dumb.
Dio's a diva.
Like, he cannot conceive the idea that they would actually critically think about a situation. I mean, he's been indoctrinated like that, so.
Luna's bracelet is already off. No risk of a penalty for her now.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
He also didn't say his reasoning was that she's dead already. He said the reasoning was that the bracelet is off.
Yeah, because you want to avoid the whole death topic.
Nah, it's gonna turn out that Luna is actually alive in these scenarios.
That could be, but he doesn't know.
He does know.
If they would want to go with that, he could have just said she's dead.
He knows. Somehow he knows.
He doesn't.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Honestly, yeah, a little bit. Oh, whoa, nobody's saying that.
Maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
I did say it out loud just in front of a camera.
Quark is gonna show up. And Quark is gonna leave. And then we finally learn what the heck is up with Quark.
Star keys.
You think others are subhumans? Odds are you have not been able to conceive their point of view. Yeah, you just never like figured it's worth to think about it. Yeah. As many times as we want, huh? And that means we can play the AB game over and over using these star keys, right?
So it would seem.
All right, well, where do we find them? Beyond the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh? You found them already?
Yep. Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. Maybe
Also,
Kay
the next
wanted...
round can't start without Quark.
Yes, it can.
We need his bracelet.
Nah, we don't. Maybe Kay wanted 9 points because he knew 10 would pick Betray and did it to get outside with him when we find him. That's a stretch. Like, possibly yes, but...
I think, though, it would
too many
end
ifs and
up...
maybes for my taste.
I think it would end up with the same reasoning he already had in one of the other things where he ditched us and left. Like, he does it for the greater good. Trying to save us.
There are 3 white doors in the floor B warehouse.
White doors, huh? Maybe that's where Quark went. The warehouse on floor B, you said?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through them until they're open. We've still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had a look at all our colors then.
Yeah, looks like they've been shuffled around again. Looks like I'm a blue solo.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
Yes.
Say something.
What color are you?
I'm a green solo. What's with the sigh?
Forget about it.
And what about you two?
Cyan, pear.
At least if you now vote against him or something, you only fuck over Dio. Not someone else he's forced in a party with.
Dio just said the color.
Yeah.
I guess he's not colorblind.
Yeah, true. There goes your colorblind theory. Just hang out with the kids today while Kelly's at a wedding. Have fun with the kids. Are you off today? No work. That sounds pretty nice. What is it today? Tuesday. Also, we need to mark them with like colors. I'll do that after stream maybe.
I'm pretty sure I wrote that down somewhere. Or did I not, because it seemed so obvious that I would never have to write it down?
No, you definitely wrote that down. That was an official thing you mentioned. It was
If
more
I
towards
find
the
it,
beginning,
I
though.
will scratch it off.
Or write it down again.
Yep. Oh, Dio has a specific color blindness, I can still see green. Yeah, that could be. That he has like a...
Aren't the main colors people have problem with are red and green though?
That's common, yes.
Swap days off with someone so Kelly can go work. Going to pick up my brother from New Mexico on Thursday. Oh, nice. Having some family drop by. Living with us for a while.
Okay.
Oh, that's even nicer.
I mean, now you got a whole house, so I take it you've got the space too, so... Oh.
Yeah. And then you also have your brother with you if the kids can get a bit overwhelming during work.
You can make him be the nanny.
I mean, that's just one of the pluses, of course. Nice to have your brother around as well.
Exactly.
When Kelly comes home, say hi to her. I miss Kelly.
Red-green
Send her a
color
message
blindness
soon.
is the most common type, affects 1 in 14 guys.
Yeah, I remember something like that. Like I know someone who can't see red.
Yep, same. I got a colleague who is red-green colorblind.
I don't know about green, but I know it was red.
I'm a cyan pair too.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well.
Wait, both of them are a pair?
That had to happen like that.
Why?
Because if the whole team doesn't vote, there's a penalty. So it doesn't matter if they don't go into a room together.
I mean, yes, true.
But wait, that would be the case anyway, no?
But they could have divided them regardless. They're always against someone
Fair enough.
that could have voted.
Alright.
But this means that one solo has to do a room alone.
Yeah. That
could
solo is
be
gonna be
kinda-
Quark. Watch it. This
What?
solo is gonna be Quark. So that it's perfectly fine that he is missing because it doesn't matter anyway.
Well, someone needs to go into the doors. Quark still needs to enter
No,
the
you don't
door
have
with
to.
his bracelet.
No. Why? Who cares?
I'm quite sure you need to do that. I mean, we'll see. Sorry.
He has 9 points. If he gets penalized after, then he is at 6 points. Whatever.
I'm quite sure you had to participate, otherwise you get killed.
Was that it?
There was a whole thing about that. It's not like, oh, you get -3 points if you refuse to do it. You get killed if you refuse to do it. That's the whole thing. He needs to go in the room. But seeing how the flow kind of ends here at some point, he's gonna escape regardless.
It's been so long since we had a conversation and we've skipped it every single time after, so...
That's the whole motivation on doing it. Because in the beginning, Dio
Oh.
was like, I'm not gonna listen to you.
Yeah, you have a point.
There you have it.
You have a point.
What was I? Oh, brother needs some help. He was in a bad spot, no money, and stuck at staying at inns. Got admitted to a facility last week and will be released Thursday.
Happy to be in a spot where I can help.
Yeah, it's nice that you can help him out. Like, then he has like a stable environment. He can take it easy for
Some
a bit.
family with him.
Yeah.
I think that can also help.
Someone like right next to him, no stress. Or, well, no stress, less stress.
A different kind of stress.
Different kind of stress.
Yeah.
You don't have the stress of like hopping, motels, inns.
Yeah. Plus the kids might be a nice distraction.
Yeah. Keeps him busy for a bit. I hope he recovers soon.
What she said. I want an Ace Attorney puzzle that depend on a character being colorblind, so it mistakes something red for something green or vice versa.
I mean,
I expected that to happen the entire time, but now we know that Dio is not colorblind.
Both of them are yellow pairs.
And what color is Quark?
He's a red solo. In order to open the white doors, you'd normally need, say, red, blue, and green.
But Solos kind of group together, right?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green.
She's saying the
So
things
if you
that I'm
combine magenta
seeing,
with green, you get white, and so on.
but both the image and the text don't mean nothing to me. Color theory like this does not stick. I see it, I hear it, I read it. The moment this is off the screen, it will be gone from my memory.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
same.
He's playing his blues solo. Oh my god. It's a good one. I see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer? Doesn't sound like a good time to me.
Yeah, I agree. Please leave.
And splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
What?
Well, then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You think I kill him?
Yes. Yes. Whatever happened, you are to blame.
I honestly don't think
There's
so.
a good chance that is not incorrect.
Well, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You trying to start something, you wrinkled old piece of...
Hey, knock it off. We don't actually know one of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us. And there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
How do we know that?
No clue.
I mean, I said it multiple times that Sigma is Zero, but how do we know that in game? And why did he kill Alice and Luna now?
I think we just came to a conclusion that he would be there and we're sticking to it.
It's the working theory.
Yeah.
If Zero Senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it any way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance. What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off 2 of your participants halfway through?
Wait, then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
It's possible. I think it might be a good idea for us to all look for the killer.
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah.
Zero Jr. said that one of them is Zero, like at the very beginning of the game. That's been like
I
3
don't
months
even,
now.
don't
I
even
don't
remember
recall
that.
I don't recall that.
Same.
I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we going to prep then?
That didn't really do anything for Alice and Luna,
Yeah, about that.
basically.
I'm not going with Kay.
Why not with Kay?
If he decides he feels like snapping me in half, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
Good.
Then that
I
makes
hope he
sense.
does.
That makes sense.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
It's what everybody says.
It's the general opinion.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Same.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
Aww.
It's kind of like in gym class.
When they
Wait.
had to decide who picks me. I sucked at every sport. Enjoy reading lines of dialogue to Olivia when we play Baldur's Gate 3. You can do it as reading exercise with her. She voices some of the lines, you do some of them. That would be really cute. I want
Don't
to...
think Olivia can read. Can Olivia read? When
She
do
can
kids
try.
when do kids learn when to read?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know what
It's
a
been too
reasonable
long, I don't
age
recall
is.
when I did.
5? I think 5.
I knew I could recognize words having certain meanings way before I could actually read. Because of video games.
Yeah, video game shows, things with subtitles, you'll slowly start. But I think like when you actually like read or learn to read in school is like at 5. Like if I have to put a general age on it.
I think, yeah, 5 or 6. Something like
Something
that.
like
That's
that.
when I learned it in school, yeah. Yeah.
I would think so.
Fi said if we assume that he isn't one of us, Zero Jr. said, shame on you, Fighter, you can't say what I want to say before I say it. Okay.
I honestly don't feel like it rings a bell, but I don't.
But why would anybody trust what the evil AI character says? I've been burned before. Like, yes, you have a point. I see it. Thank
That
you
is also
for
true.
telling us. At the same time, why would I listen to the people here? You know?
That is
Connecting
true.
sounds with letters is the hardest part because they don't follow their own rules. Yeah, language is weird sometimes.
It absolutely can be. Yeah, I get kids learn at different paces, but you
Yeah.
learn at like a general age in school.
Yeah,
Like, you might already know something, but there's like this specific
you're
class.
taught how to read at like 5
Exactly.
or 6.
And that's
Generally.
like that time, I think. Like you go to school when you're 4, at least in the Netherlands. So I would think like 5.
Starts at 5 over here. Usually 5 or 6. Yeah.
And the Netherlands
Depending on
it
when you're
starts at 4. Like that somehow seems very young.
A terrible teacher because English hurts my head and sometimes I'd rather teach in Spanish. Teach them bilingual,
Oh yeah, are you
English and Spanish.
teaching her both languages? Oh, kindergarten at 5 in the US. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, makes sense.
Fair enough.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway.
Fi taking one from the team.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
Oh yeah?
Would you prefer someone else?
Yes, actually. No, I guess you're okay.
I mean, we're both betrayers at this point.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
guess.
We are no better than Kate.
Yes, we are. We did it for the greater good.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Memory lane. Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
All right? Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
I'd be like, which doors are there
Yeah.
again? And which door and which color is on which floor?
I'll take I'll take the ones that you guys have left. Hey Kay, remember which ones those were? That leaves us with the yellow and green doors then. Once we're all done, let's meet in the floor B warehouse, alright?
Got it.
See you later then.
So they decided that Zero Senior is actually one of them after Old Lady died. They believed only one able to kill her would be Zero Senior. Okay. Thank you.
That makes sense, thanks.
Wait, I thought I have to go through the white doors now. Yes, but only in like 1.5 hours.
We have 80 minutes before we can actually go through the doors and they open up.
Now we still have some alone time.
Yeah. So now we spent that time looking for Quark.
There's no one in the infirmary. No Quark and no killer, at least as far as I can see.
Well, there is someone here. Technically, at least. The old woman.
Hey, this is to remind you that she's still there.
That's still Luna. Oh, yeah. She was lying silently on the bed furthest away from us. If it weren't for the bloodstains on her chest and arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking that she was just asleep. The blood had dried and darkened, and now it looked like any other stain. That was when I noticed it.
Ha! She had a watch! She had a watch! Wait.
Dio killed her! You called that.
Where? No, wait, I had something with a watch too. She was an original participant, got killed, and Dio took her place.
I just saw that earlier when I was looking for something else.
If anything, it's somewhere near the end.
Dio killed the dead
lady.
lady.
No, that's no guarantee yet. Don't.
Then what are you looking for?
There was something where I said that she was part of the game.
If you tell me, I can look for it.
Well, I don't know. It was in one of the latest things. No, if anything, it's on the last page.
I think it was one of the many things you said that I did not write down. I wrote down one prediction. Tifa is sick and needs therapy.
No, I said that not too long ago. Go back.
K, Quark. Dio.
Wow, once again, didn't write down my stuff.
Because you didn't tell me to.
I am quite sure I told you to write that down. I said she was actually part of this game. Dio infiltrated.
Old dead lady was supposed to participate, said Tifa a while ago.
I confirm you said it last stream. Exactly.
Yeah, found it.
But that was after we learned that Dio was infiltrating the thingy. Then I said that old lady was the actual participant in this thing. Dio killed her so that he could take her watch and then infiltrate the group.
And with what we learned in the Dio ending, it has to have been her that he killed, because he said he infiltrated the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Olivia knows basic phrases in Spanish. She does Duolingo sometimes with Kelly. English was my worst subject in school, so I'm not great at teaching it. You'll do better when she gets there, trust me.
Very fair.
She told my mom to just learn English when she got to Texas. Would have made things easier, probably. Yeah. Why didn't we learn what we are about to learn earlier? Because why would anybody ever check this? It's like, I think Fai said it, that she just wanted to quickly look at her because she wanted to retain her dignity or something like that.
I mean, it does seem kind of stupid, honestly.
Which is kind of sweet in a way, but we did autopsy. No, we didn't. Fai looked at her really quickly. That's not quite the same thing. Wait a minute. Look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Yeah. For some reason there's no blood on this part.
Maybe she had something on her wrist. A watch, perhaps.
A watch?
Yes. It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
You know what it was? This is a red herring.
One of those workout sweatbands?
No, one of those like slap bands from like a all-you-can-eat whatever establishment.
Wait, what?
Or like when you go to like a resort hotel kind of thing where it's all-inclusive. Then you get like this band so that when people ask you, hey, what do you want? You're like, oh, bring me a cocktail, bring me this. You just go.
I've never done anything like that, so no.
I have. I had a wrist thing.
I want to say with how broad that is, it's more a sweatband than that.
Why would it be anything else on a standard bracelet? I don't know.
Looking like Skinner's Stan line.
Little bit.
100%.
So Skinner is also a participant. Little bit. A watch, huh? I don't know, just looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. And women's watches usually thinner.
You raise a good point.
Why wouldn't the first thing we would think of is the watches we're wearing?
We've been talking about nothing but these stupid bracelets for so long, and now that's the one thing nobody thinks of.
Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Jewelry? I mean, like a bracelet or some... Thank you. Of course.
And if you want to confirm, just hold your arm right
Yeah.
against that spot to see if it's
That's a standard
same,
issue, right? We're all the same size?
the same broadness, whiteness.
And then Kay does it, but it doesn't work because his is built into the suit. Why didn't I see it sooner?
Thank you.
Took a minute longer. Exactly. Sigma realized. This is the same size and shape as our bracelets. Look, it's exactly the same width.
Then that would mean...
Wait, are we flapping her arm around?
She isn't gonna protest. This is bad.
Like, first she has her hands like this, which is fine, it's a standard resting place. Then it sounds like...
Yeah, we're filming a funny TikTok. Kay confirmed not killer of old lady, because he has the other bracelet.
At this point, by the way, there was...
He could still like slot this in there somehow.
I mean, that's true. But at this point, there's absolutely no reason to move her arms.
She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman...
I was quite sure, yeah.
Nonary Game.
Kay? Is something wrong?
Oh, no. Nothing. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet? We were quite thorough during our earlier search, but I know that I saw nothing, and none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
Cause Dio. Then that means they've been holding on to it this whole time. They've probably still got it.
That would seem likely.
No. Wait. If they'd been carrying it around, the sensors and the chromatic doors would have picked it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would never have opened.
See? Told you they need to answer.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still. Yes.
It's Dio.
Makes sense.
So the killer's running around with the old woman's bracelet.
Yes.
And you're telling me they're probably wearing it?
Correct. Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something
No.
about the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words.
Oh, so this when the heart stops.
Yeah.
But in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
Why?
So that they could participate in the Nonary Game, I imagine.
What?
But why?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant. For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were. To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But that means that Free the Soul knows about the plan for the Nonary Game.
Yeah, and the Nonary Game is here to find a cure.
Yes.
Or not the Nonary Game, but this whole...
This
thing.
Nonary Game.
Yeah. Is
Yes.
there to find a cure. So of course they want to infiltrate and stop that, if anything.
I'm guessing, you know, when we talked about earlier, like, does anybody else know about this? I didn't consider one thing. You don't need to have super special magic powers to go into, like, the... Oh, why do you know about this plan? Somebody built all of this, you know? So I'm guessing at least 2 people were involved with all of this.
Also, you have a good point,
Zero Cena
Psycho.
didn't say, hey, who are you?
They knew the name.
I think that's because Zero Jr., the rabbit AI thing, that's automated.
Adapted.
Yeah. It's like ChatGPT or whatever. When you tell it, treat this like that, just goes, yeah, sure, I'll do that. You know? Like for the AI, Zero Jr., it doesn't matter who's participating.
It just adapted to the situation.
Yeah, you can give it any random people and it will just give you the text. It's programmed to explain certain things to you. It doesn't care who it explains them to.
Okay, we're not gonna get to the actual end.
But you know that's a red herring, right? Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long.
Yeah, but...
Free the Soul knows the plan and Zero knows about the bombs. Yeah, how did Free the Soul learn about the plan? That's my question.
We don't know what's all happening on the
Unless
outside.
Free the Soul and Zero are the same entity, as in brother. But why would someone do that?
That? I have no idea. Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here.
Correct on every account.
But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Well, there's blood all over the old lady's arm, except for right here. Since that's where the bracelet was, when the bracelet the killer stole should have blood on it.
Oh, now we can the bracelet.
Luminol! I told you we would use the luminol!
No one says where the characters are gonna think of that.
I told you! Yes!
You said it,
Kay
yes.
even brought it up in the room!
No
yes,
one-
We're gonna get the Sky
Might
Sisters
actually
back!
still do that, we don't know yet.
And at my tender age!
Right.
But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet.
Sigma, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off. Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
But somehow the name of the imposter must have been known for Zero to adapt the script. I mean...
There's gonna be an explanation for this, because I don't
Oh
think
wait, Dio
there's
said his
gonna-
name to the others Didn't they all introduce each other?
beforehand?
Yeah.
That could also be. I don't remember what came first.
I think we had the whole like, hey, who are you? Oh, I'm Dio.
But that's not a thing you can actually depend on.
Yes, you can.
If it's like in the first game.
No. Easily done. It's fair to assume if we have an AI character for the narration, we also have cameras and stuff, right? And microphones.
I guess.
If Zero doesn't know your names, he just gives you nicknames based on your appearance.
That could also be a
Hey!
thing, but still.
Blondie in the circus outfit. It's your turn. Hey, circus freak. You know, you just go with the...
There's gonna be an explanation for
It
it.
has to be. So you're saying they cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
Say luminol. Yes!
There we go.
Okay. I know how we can identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol.
We need the duck spray.
It doesn't matter how well they cleaned it. There should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work.
Yes.
We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Yeah. First we need to finish looking for Quark though. We've still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we can head back to the floor B to meet up with everyone else.
Understood. Shall we go then?
Yes, please. Zero Jr. was like, who are you? When he was about to say Kay's name. I don't recall.
I also don't remember.
been
It's been too long. It has been too long. That's all in the one branch we never skip back to.
Yeah, because we never needed it.
Or the first branch.
The pre-flow.
Is it still a branch then?
It's the beginning of a branch.
It's the root. Bloop. Open.
We could have just gone with fade to black. We walked to a room.
I'm shocked they don't show the doors closing.
There's 3 doors here too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But
Oh, one is still closed.
another one opened.
Yeah, 2 are open.
That's new.
Because 2 we've been through, or people
No.
have been in. 1 we didn't
No,
go
that's not
into.
possible. Every single time so far, there's always been only 1 door opening.
Yeah, because then we do the puzzle room thing. We've never actually gone back here for exploring.
Yes, we have.
Oh yeah, then all
And
of them
that's
have
also
been open.
only been the room we went to. And it looks like 2 of them already unlocked.
Yeah, because then the other
Go for
doors
the
no
door.
one went through yet.
Go for the door.
Doors are open if you've been through them already.
Yes.
And these 2 rooms have been explored.
Yes, but also every single time we've come to the junction where there was 3 doors, only 1 of them ever opened. Never a second one.
Yeah, because we were supposed to go through 1 door for the exploration. Now it's free to explore, and the doors
No.
that have been gone are open.
In the free mode or whatever it was called, only the doors remain open that people have explored.
Yes.
This door on the right never opened originally. It also doesn't have a label. They never explored this.
I think we did.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open. Perhaps the layout here is different.
We've been through the right door. That's the pantry.
Yeah, we might have, but in this flow, the characters only went for the treatment center.
No, the pantry has been done. Someone mentioned the pantry. I don't even know who it was. The pantry has 100% been mentioned
No, the
in this
treatment
run.
center has been
The
mentioned.
pantry has also been mentioned.
They went to the red. But the treatment center was...
So the
Oh, no, that was the previous floor that we played. I'm confused. Please press buttons.
pantry has 100% been mentioned.
Whatever. Let's take the door on the right first.
And Dio mentioned something with the pots. Was that this one?
This has never been brought up. I don't even know what that's supposed to be pronounced as.
Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
What's a golem bay? I mean, bay is bay, but golem?
I was really sure the pantry was there.
Huh? What's this room? A perfect cliffhanger is what it is.
Also, that kind of reminded me of, what's it called? Guantanamo Bay?
Guacamole bay.
Basically that.
Guantanamo.
Oh, that's what.
You know, a golem. What's a golem? I mean, yes.
Basically all of that.
Golem bay I would have understood, but golem? Golem?
Oh, I
Is
should
that a physics thing?
stall for...
Yeah, should have been
Actually,
faster. I want to Google what a golem is, but maybe it's a term only used in this game, and then I'll find spoilers, so I won't. I cannot expand my vocabulary right now because of this game. Don't Google. Yeah, I won't. I won't.
Won't look it up. But okay, I take it back. This is a completely new room, and I don't think anyone has explored it. And I'm guessing
Wait, no, sorry.
Quark went through this room.
Listen to this. What?
Quark went through this room. That's why it's now open, and we're probably gonna find something here.
Was that you saying that I was red and you were wrong?
No,
It sounded like it.
no.
The
I think you heard wrong.
the letters that you pronounced were different, but I think the meaning remained the same.
I didn't say you were right, but I did say I was wrong. But that doesn't mean the same thing.
In this case, it does.
No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't.
Still waiting for Quark to come out of hiding and open the 9 door. That would be so hilarious. Like everybody is like at the deepest point away from the number 9 door, and then you hear the announcement.
The number 9 door has opened.
And then Sigma runs all the way back, like
By then, that door's already closed.
turns supersonic basically, and the last thing he sees is the door just closing, just the last millimeter.
I would feel quite bad for Ten Miyuji in that case.
Write the theory down.
But is it really a theory? We already know that this is the end.
In one end, Sigma only gets to see the door close.
That's not really a theory though.
Somebody told me to write it down, so I wrote it down.
I mean,
Because we
fair.
say so many things, and when we don't write them down, now Sabes, thank you very much, reminded us, hey, write it down. So now I did.
I mean, fair. Personally, I don't see it as a theory.
It is now.
Alright,
Stop being a hater.
go with it.
That's gonna be so amazing when that one turns out to be right.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. We're getting there.
We're getting there. I should have written down every single thing I said, but then we would be only halfway through the game now, because half the time of the stream would be spent waiting for me to write things down.
Yeah, and you don't write down half of the things.
Yeah, because otherwise it would take even longer. It's a trade-off, Tifa. You can't have it both ways.
Sure thing. And the one thing we also can't have is a raid, because there's no one online. Look at this amazing segue. Wow. Woo.
Kind of mid.
Oh, come on. That was pretty good.
No.
That was pretty good.
Nah, kind of mid.
What?
How are you enjoying Virtue's Last Reward?
Yeah, it's fun. I wouldn't be playing it for 60 hours.
No, that's what I'm going for. Like, we played through 999 and that took us 4 weeks.
Only 4 weeks? Are you sure?
It was 14 streams.
Oh, like that. I was thinking of like actual 4 weeks.
Okay,
but
that
more
took
like...
us 40 streams. This is number 25. This game is at least twice as long, I'm gonna say.
It feels like we might actually end around the same amount of streams at the moment.
As of what?
As 999. Around 40. If we're not...
14!
Oh, I thought you said 40.
Did I?
40.
No, 1-4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it is way bigger.
Yes. When people said it has so many more endings, I didn't think I would enjoy it. I'm loving it.
It's definitely more confusing than the first game, though.
Did they manage to make a game where I keep going through similar scenarios, but they're all different enough? I think the main thing, very good writing, yes, first of all that.
Don't think you could pull it off without.
But even if it's just small changes, they are important enough to keep me like going. And genius idea, I guess, pacing wise. In every flow, even if the story might be similar, the puzzles are unique. You know what I mean?
That I do like, that you don't have the same... Like, you might have the same bit of text or a bit of the story, but at least the rooms are different every time.
I think they learned that lesson after in 999, one of the rooms you had to do twice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was because we were stupid and we could have just skipped it.
I don't recall.
But you do have to go back into the puzzle room and do part again, yeah.
I like the way they did it here. Would say 10 to 15 streams left? Might be wrong though, because it's hard to get your speed right. Yeah, same.
Trust me, we also don't get our speed right.
Yeah, that's...
When I think we're gonna be
nice
really fast, we're a bit slow. When I think we're gonna be really slow, we're quite fast.
Yeah, and when they pull a 999 on us and go, oh, check the flow. Whoop.
Basically that. We'll see. We'll finish it when we finish.
Exactly. Because if 10 streams, we should press A more often.
But that wouldn't be fun, now would it?
My plan is to be done with this at the very least by the end of October. So that we're clear for November.
Well, worst case, if we're not done by then, we just break it up into 2 games a week again.
I think we'll be done by then.
I said worst case.
That's my plan. I'm looking forward to this year's November.
But yeah, that's still a whole month. Should be okay. Do we have a vacation in between?
Yes, we do.
Wait, we
So
have
November won't start until after our early November vacation. We're gone for a week. We'll tell you then. So yes, November.
We're gonna get there.
I know what we're gonna play at the end. I've been waiting to play that for weeks now.
It's gonna be a really good game.
I hope so. I hope it could
I
be.
have high expectations for it.
Once again, it could be one of the worst things we've ever done in front of a camera, but yes, we'll find out in a few weeks, months.
Can't be much worse than some of the other games we've played.
And through 8 second doors out of 9, 1 out of 3, so if at least 3 more escape rooms, won't confirm or deny that those are all the escape rooms left. Thank you very much. We can do it.
We'll see when we're done.
We will see it when we see it. Tifa, any last nuggets of wisdom?
No nuggets of wisdom.
And pressing the button?
No, I want to press button.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow with more Virtue's Last Rewardness Day. See you then. Bye.